Red the Dragon, Night Danger, Canada, Uncircumcised, Philanthropy, Stupid Stuff, Supercross, Pain, Nipple, Machete, Fashion, a scintillating bloodbath, an hellacious fury, Evil, Cannabis, Interesting Thing, Awesome, Radio. I order an extra large popcorn and a gallon of Coke, 'cause I'm a tiny guy and my chick is dope and fat. It's the Jason Ellis Show. With Jason Ellis. Jason fucking Ellis in the house tonight. Michael Tully.
Who's the most attractive prostitute in Los Angeles? Bring her to me.
Andrew Bruce. You want to play my game? Kevin Kraft. Ah, fuck! And Will Pendarvis. Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Blown up.
Jason Ellis. This is the Jason Ellis Show.
You know, baby.
Welcome to the show. Many different people on the show with many different opinions on the world and life and themselves and you. And if you don't like it, you can change the channel. And if I don't like it, pretty fucked. On here, anyway. Or block you. There you go. Can't radio block people, can you? Did you say romantic on your beanie?
It says Pontiac.
Oh, I was going to say.
Which is romantic.
Pontiac's...
Michigan.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ironically, that's where I lost my virginity, so in a roundabout way.
I just
Fuck
keep thinking
yeah,
of...
bro.
I just keep thinking of the car.
Oh, yeah.
Because Trans Am was bigger than Michigan to me when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Pontiac was a chief.
Yeah.
He was an Indian chief. And then they named the city after him, Pontiac.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what tribe.
I like that America did a couple of Indian names for some bigger people, because Australia has Aboriginal names.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about, you know what I mean, Wagga Wagga and shit.
I think Michigan, Minnesota, Illinois.
Jersey's crawling with him.
Jersey's crawling with Indian names?
Yes.
Tons of Indian names all throughout.
New Jersey's not.
Mississippi.
New Jersey is not, but a lot of the town, you got your Weehawken, your Succasunna, your...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respects.
TP, New Jersey.
Parsippany.
TP?
Yeah.
Like
Yep. Tomahawk.
toilet paper.
Tomahawk, New York. Another one.
Well, Tomahawk is like, I don't feel like you're paying respect. I think you're just biting it because you know it's awesome. Because Tomahawk's a badass name.
Yeah, I just made that.
Yeah, I would call my kid Tomahawk.
You should.
Well, I'm not allowed.
Tiger's hard body.
It's what?
Hard body.
Hard body.
It's just hard body, bro.
Fucking real, alright.
Fucking tiger, tough one.
Yeah, he's got to live up to it too. Poor bastard. Yeah.
Fucking A.
Ah, well.
How you doing?
I'm casual, you know. I weighed myself after I ate this morning because I just started training again, and
Why would you weigh yourself after you eat? Isn't
fucking
that-
wife, man, has got all these really bad ideas lately, and I go with them, and I'm super bummed out about the outcome.
Stupid.
Well, you know, I didn't
Shut
wanna,
up.
Stupid idea.
I didn't want to call TJ Dillashaw stupid when he was in here because I've heard he's not the only person who thinks this, but he was talking about weighing himself every single day the second he wakes up, and all I'm thinking is, but then you're weighing your poop too, TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah.
Mm.
I used to like
You're super light in the morning, Tully.
I used to like
Especially when you're an MMA guy, that's your lightest.
I would weigh myself before and after my poop.
And the poop doesn't make that big of a difference.
My poop and pee weight.
I've done that.
Cool.
Didn't
Something to do with digital skills.
hey, Cool Beans, didn't high pitch Eric do a giant poopy on the Howard Stern show and it was like a pound? Right. Yeah, but didn't I remember because it was like who had the biggest poopy, and I figured that guy's a giant big fat dude, and they were talking about holding shits in for like 2 days. So that dude took a shit, where I would say would be up there in the most shit a human could take, and it was a pound. I remember because I thought a guy like that would just drop 4 pounds, 5 pounds, and then I realized how unrealistic that is.
Now, I know we've looked this up before.
I've lived with women that are tiny, and they will wreck a bathroom.
Good to know.
They will fucking
Now, this is
set fire to that bitch.
reminding me, over the weekend, somebody sent me a link. I have no way of verifying if it was true or not, but about a family that actually used a shit knife. That apparently shit knives are not completely unheard of. The story goes...
What?
It's got to be cold, though, right?
The story goes, no, it's not what you think.
Okay, I'm confused.
It's not a knife made out of shit. It's a knife for cutting shit. So the guy tells the story, it's just some guy on the internet, I don't know, that his entire family must take really, really big shits, so they had a knife to cut their shits up when they flushed it down, and then he only found out how weird that was when he was at somebody else's house or like in college or something. He's like, hey, where do you guys keep the shit knife? And it was like the record.
Where do you keep the shit? Wait, and wait.
Like the record scratch noise of all record scratch noises.
Wait, and was that dude's shit like a shit that needed to be cut?
I don't even know.
Or was it just a normal shit? Or indeed, was that family the giant shit family?
But what difference would that even make? If you like, does it make a difference to the toilet if it's 2 medium-sized shits or 1 XXL?
I gotta be real with you. There's been a couple times where I could have used them as shitty.
I'm gonna fucking... I knew it. I don't want to get up anymore. I'm tired, but I was gonna chest bite you, dude, because I have done ones where I'm like, this is gonna be tough for the bowl to handle. And sure enough, I've had to get the plunger out.
I haven't had a plunger. I don't have a plunger yet, but there's been a couple times where I'm like, I need a plunger because I have to start kicking the side of the fucking thing and doing other shit.
Yeah, kicking the side of the bowl is definitely a technique that works all the time. Do you know what I'm saying, Will? Fuck yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how early in my kid's life he was taking gigantic man.
I didn't want to bring it up, but yeah, I have
Much
children
bigger than,
that take shits as big as their leg. I mean, not anymore because now they're getting older. But I do remember when they were small.
Yeah.
You know, Daddy, and I flushed, and I'd be like, "Holy shit!"
All three of us have children. Mine is now.
And you've seen it. Children make remarkable sized poos.
Shit that was so big it just came up her back. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
it was
wild.
Just like next level shit. You're like, whoa, dude, what the fuck did you? Old country buffet.
That's
like,
a healthy.
What the fuck happened?
That's a very healthy intestine, is what that is. Am I right, Will? Right.
Well,
and that's good for, and that means you got a good kid.
They do sometimes eat like a man-sized portion of food.
Word.
It's been known to happen. Kids binge and purge.
Well, isn't like your intestine like super long and shit?
Yeah.
God, I say shit a lot.
Let's see, once a day, about 1 ounce of stool for each 12 pounds of his or her body weight.
So that's more than. So if you
weigh 160, it'll be about under a pound of poop.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, so a remarkable poop would be 2 pounds, and a ridiculous poop would be 4.
So I'm like 165. So if I drop a 2-pound fucking shit,
that's remarkable.
I'm crushing it.
Right.
I'm crushing it.
So if I'm 220, what am I?
Biggest shit I ever took?
Yeah.
Macy Gray's house.
That's real. Wow. Is that like because of the cocktails that they were serving at that particular establishment?
I went there for a meeting and they wouldn't let me in the house. So me and my homeboy just stayed at the tennis court, and there was like a little tennis house, and I went to go poop, and it was so big that I had to bring my homeboy in to look. I was like, come look at what I did to Macy Gray's toilet.
Wow.
It was that big.
How did he feel about it? Did he actually agree that it was the biggest thing he's ever seen, or?
Brad was impressed.
Okay. Because you know when a man sees your shit and doesn't just go, "You're fucking gross, why'd you maybe look at that?"
Yeah, it's like, it was worth, like, I'm not that guy.
Right.
I'm not the guy that fucking takes a picture of his poop and sends it.
This one was worth seeing.
It was like, it looked like a Yule log.
I get that.
Christmas.
Sometimes they are.
I went to the dentist yesterday, and it was next Monday that I was supposed to go to the dentist, and I was gonna need to piss here, and then I need to piss there, and then I just got in the car and drove home, and I really, really needed to do a piss. So then when I got home, I did a piss, and then I did like a backup piss after that piss, and then I went away from the bowl, and then like 10 minutes later, I went back and did another piss. So I felt like maybe my bladder like was starting to store shit. They couldn't handle it. It went somewhere else, and then it went. Can you hold it in a long time? Because I think it's bad. I can, and I think it's bad.
when I was the bathroom attendant, it was like it was like a weird torture because you couldn't leave your table or else the fucking gay dude would steal all your shit. It was at the gay bar.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, free. This is free candy for me. Like, fuck you. Fuck your feelings.
Gay dudes love candy.
Yeah, and they're very picky about their gum. I had to get that fucking fancy shit like the Eclipse or whatever. So anyway, I would have to hold my piss until a bouncer came in and would watch my candy in my tip jar. And like I would hold it so long I felt like I was coming when I finally fucked.
That's insane.
Just listening to all that running water over and over and over again.
Oh, bro, all you're doing is just watching motherfuckers pee. And
Yeah. And there's something about being in the room. I know all the time I take my kid to the bathroom and I don't have to go, but by the time I get there, I'm like, well, fuck, I'm in a bathroom now.
Couldn't you piss from a distance? You know what I mean? Like sort of piss and lean to the side, watch your bowl.
I was pee shy by the gay bar made me pee shy because they were so friendly about
your penis.
This was before remember back in the day there wasn't fucking dividers between urinals. It was just fucking urinals. It was a line of urinals. This whole idea of like dividers between urinals has been the last 10 years.
Oh, I mean, sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, sometimes, but back in the day, most of the time they didn't.
Oh.
So like at the gay bar, these dudes would they just be all up on they'd be rubbing backs and peeking over at other people's dicks.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. I didn't want any parts.
You were young. It's hard to handle.
Well, yeah, I was like, I'm just here for the tips.
Right.
Like, I'm just here for the tips. I don't want some dude gawking at my dick.
Fair enough.
I'm pee shy, so I'd have to wait for a stall.
Wow. Do you ever think about jerking off, getting an erection to stop the urine from coming out?
They asked me to do that, and I would get extra.
Because I bet.
I bet. For jerking off in front of the gay dudes.
What
That
frames
was a
are?
whole nother business.
What frames are we wearing today, Jude?
These are Cartiers.
I noticed that. I feel like I'm learning from your face.
You can tell. You can tell the Cartier now, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Gold, the line detail.
Thank you, Jude's face, for educating me. As a man that really ducks education, damn you, Jude's face. You followed me again. Knowledge. Will you not get off me? Huh?
You're wearing very nice aviators.
Yes.
I don't know the brand though.
It's electric. Electric Visual guys. They're good guys.
Persol hit me up to fucking get sponsored on my page, and I think they did some digging on my page. And
Who's Persol?
It's like a fancy Italian brand.
Fucking cool.
Yeah, but I think they did some digging on my page, and they won't write me back.
That happens to me all the
I
time.
know, right?
Yeah.
You're like crushing, and then they're like, that's not appropriate. Fuck you, and then it just disappears.
Yep.
So much for that money.
Yeah, at one point I was going to be racing monster trucks, and I think somebody Googled something and was just like, whoa.
You know the worst part is like there's girls on here spreading their assholes, making tons of fucking money off of some diet fucking tea drink that no one fucking buys, and then like I have a wacky fucking thing about Tide Pods and eating them, and I can't get a fucking Instagram sponsor.
Tide Pods?
Yo, you know that fucking trend.
Nah.
Oh, it hasn't gotten to you yet?
Nah, what's a Tide Pod?
People are eating fucking soap and like.
Well, I think a lot
They're
more people
eating soap?
I think a lot more people are talking about people eating Tide Pods than ever were actually people eating Tide Pods.
Ah, the thing
And
that
the
looks like.
Tide
Wait,
with Nelson Mandela. I'm sure that didn't go over very well with the Persol people.
wait. You can you can eat them?
No, you're not
No,
supposed to.
you're not supposed to eat them.
But
Wait,
thought
people are eating them?
So teenagers thought like, hey, this kind of looks like a wacky food item. So then they took it to the next step, which is let's actually eat the thing. And then it became this thing. The news talking about are your children eating your Tide?
Oh,
and then it
fuck.
became
The Tide Pod challenge.
Oh,
and
yeah.
one feeds the other, feeds the other.
Oh
Feeds
wait,
the other.
it's a Tide Pod challenge.
It's straight up Tide Pod challenge.
Wait, where you eat them?
Yeah, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Right.
I thought it was an Onion that started it.
Fucking.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like about a year ago there was a warning put out that was like for real, that they were like little kids can't tell the difference, so we might need to make these look a little more boring. Or like I feel like this was already a tiny mini story regarding like toddlers a while ago.
Maybe, I don't know. This is like the first time I saw it. They started playing me videos of people eating them, and it's just like fucking like. Yeah, teenagers. Like it looks like middle class teenagers with nothing else to do, chomping into them.
And they're doing it because it's funny.
Dog, it's amazing what people will do for likes and applause.
Oh, okay.
For views, for likes, for applause. Like
anybody die?
No,
not yet. Like old people.
Laundry pods can be fatal.
Wait a minute.
Dementia.
Wait, old people died?
Yeah, you know they're
wait,
because
they really ate them because they thought it was candy.
They're fucking old and retarded.
Mentally challenged.
Mentally, yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's sad.
Yeah, it was about to happen. But now everyone's doing it. I'm getting. I don't even give a fuck. I'm just really getting cheap likes off of it on my Instagram. People fucking love talking about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well then, yeah.
See, look, I got another one. When you got to dress up like a Tide Pod just to get your ass ate.
Oh, I see what's going. Yeah.
I'd eat more ass if there was a clit on it, because I would.
I would eat her butt.
Me too.
That's the problem. Eating
Even
ass
if she
is
didn't
like
look
there's
like
no
laundry
target.
detergent.
You know what I mean? There's just no target. Like the pussy, you got the clit target. It's like sticking out. You go. Grrr,
Well, I mean, when you start eating pussy, you don't want to just bash the clit.
You fucking work your way around.
You work your ass, man. God damn.
There's another one. 6,000 likes on that one. Like,
wait, 6,000 likes on what?
Life hack. You can use Tide Pods to wash your laundry. Zing. Hey. Fucking meme wave.
Oh, right? I see what's going on there. Yeah, I don't really, I don't read good, so memes don't make me laugh as good. Because my wife constantly will just lean over and go, look at this, and I'm like, stop. You know? I don't care. Certain people are into certain things. Yeah. I'm not into it.
Certain people are into certain things.
But you're doing great with those things.
I work it like a job.
I respect it. I think it's
every day
doing
I
good.
Go home and fucking do that shit every fucking day.
What about razoring? Are you razoring anymore?
I've stopped razoring.
Wow.
It's just,
lame is what it is, right?
The razor life law. It's. I don't feel like I left the razor life. I feel like the razor life has left me. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start skating again at Melissa Etheridge's house.
Who? I feel. Is she a lesbian singer?
Yes.
Is that the one the lesbians like?
Yeah.
Are you friends with her?
Yeah, we're super tight. No, not really.
No,
but yeah, we
are. I really
are.
thought that was going to be like a new thing for you. Like, this is really a whole new leaf.
Well, it's not a whole new... Wait, I can't be a lesbian. You know that, right?
It depends on how you identify.
But it seemed like you were saying... Wait, I identify as a woman who's gay and now I'm married to... I mean, isn't she married?
Yeah, and if a lesbian won't eat you out, then she's transphobic. Bam! Checkmate.
Can she not be into me?
I don't think that it works like that.
I was just thinking we might be... I was like, maybe we do be friends and I could do like skateboard tricks for money. Like a skateboard prostitute.
I don't want to make a sweeping generalization, but here's a sweeping generalization.
Well, at least you got that out of the way before you did it.
When white people get old, they all start to look like Paul McCartney. Like, they all just go like kind of weak chin, jowly. They all look like my nanny, to be real.
I don't know who Manani is.
My nanny's my grandmother, and they just all end up looking like...
Well, that's not entirely true.
Melissa Etheridge looks like Paul McCartney.
Melissa... I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. Now, this is going to be like rude to everybody, but I feel like Paul McCartney looks like way more of an old lady than Melissa Etheridge does.
You think she's got a more strong? She's got the stronger face.
Yeah,
she just looks like a lady.
I think she'd win in a fight too. I mean, he is
Paul
very.
McCartney?
No, Melissa Etheridge would beat the shit out of Paul McCartney.
I don't know, dude.
Dude, I do.
McCartney's a vegan, dude. He's in great shape.
He is such a
Look at him.
iffy wiffy. He's.
I fuck with Paul McCartney, but
I'm not saying Paul McCartney isn't the greatest. One of the greatest musicians of all time. I'm just saying he's very little and light and I just don't see it.
I got free tickets to the McCartney concert, so I'm not gonna all the way shit on this.
Man,
guy.
you know,
And
not
he
sure
wrote
why.
my best
I didn't
song,
say.
my best song
I
ever.
didn't say it was. I didn't say that he's a bad musician. I said he's not a very strong man.
You know what happens is when you got a baby face, when you got the cute baby face.
He has a baby face?
Growing up, he had the baby face.
Right, well,
He's
right
like
now
the
it's
baby
not. Now
face.
it's more like a melted hawk or something.
Well, when you get into your fucking into your late 70s, that baby face turns a bit.
Man, why?
like
I just don't
women.
understand, like, dudes when they get the testicle sack chin. Why don't you just grow a beard? He just won't let it go, huh?
He can still sing his ass off. I saw his show in fucking Michigan, and he fucking crushes.
Man.
It's fun. Ringo's the handsome one after all of this.
Is he really? Are you
Ringo's
sure
a
about that?
handsome, Look at Ringo.
Ringo just looks like an old lesbian.
Ringo's a
Let's
handsome
go. Let's check it
motherfucker.
out.
Look at him.
Well, see, you know what he did?
He looks like
He got
sexy.
smart and he grew chin hair.
Looks like sexy Al Qaeda.
That if he shaves it off,
He does look like sexy Al Qaeda. You are right.
If he shaves, that's what Ellen looks like in 20 years.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. It's pretty tough. That's a tough statement, Michael, but it's not that far off.
Real talk. A couple years ago, I shaved my fucking beard and then put on a vest and a tie.
And real talk, what are you?
And I went to Halloween as Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, and did it work out?
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Except for them titties got hot, so I had to fucking. Next day I went as Jeffrey Dahmer.
I don't know, dude. I was looking at some photos of Ellen DeGeneres when she was married to my friend Ann, and I was like, man, she just meat slaved her. Like, Ann was a fucking stunner, you know? She was just like, yeah, I run Hollywood. Get over here, mate.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like
She handled her.
She's all smart. Anybody that's as smiley as she is on TV, I don't trust. I don't trust anybody that fucking.
Well,
anyone that comes out dancing every fucking day, I don't trust them.
I'm doing another episode of Love and H tonight, so it'll be on this weekend, and I will directly find out is Ellen DeGeneres a C-bomb.
All you gotta do
Tune
is
in.
say, all you gotta do is say, I have a friend.
She told me that she used to read in the morning. They used to go over the New York Times. Like, she lived a different life. Like, she was a fucking douche.
Yeah, just be like, I got a friend that says anyone that dances as much as she does on TV, that cheerful, he doesn't trust. And
what's the deal? Did she ever say anything angry? Did she ever do anything mean-spirited? I don't know if that's appropriate for me to ask. I will though.
Just be like, just say my buddy thinks she's not as chipper as she plays herself out to be.
I will do that.
She seems disingenuous to me.
I read that too.
Well, but don't most celebrities ultimately have to kind of play like a one-note version of themselves in public? Is Ice Cube really that pissed all the time?
But when he's on,
but fishing in the movies.
And when you meet him on the streets, he's fucking happy to all his fans and shit. He ain't trying to act tough. And it's not like, it's like, I'm sure she's busy and she works. It's like, is she a cunt sometimes? Like, is she like, listen here, is there a power tripper in there? Because it would be very surprising to see it.
Can't she keep a makeup artist? You know what I mean? Like, these are like.
What do you mean? Oh, okay,
these
right.
are people that have to work intimately with that person for a long time. Like, can she keep a hair artist?
Dude, wait.
Hair, makeup. Like, these are telltale signs.
Isn't it? Well, I guess. I mean, she doesn't have a makeup artist for day-to-day stuff because she's not it.
She does.
No, you think?
She does a show every day.
No. I mean, like when she's not on the when she's not on the TV show, she just walks around being Ellen DeGeneres.
Probably
It's not like Mariah Carey, where she has to have like outfits and shit for every day, right?
Poor Mariah. You ever see that one where she's doing that dance and then they try to pick her up and it just looks like they're carrying around like a stick of butter? It was just the most depressing shit ever.
Oh, wait, is that recent? Because she lost weight for that awards thing the other day. Have you seen her at that? Did you see her at the awards? She
was looking good.
She slimmed down a lot, dude. I love to. I always point out how big she is, but I thought it was crazy how thin she was at the. What was it? The recent thing.
Did you do the New Year's thing again?
Me and Mariah.
No, but she actually went to the awards thing and she was wearing some black dress. Which she looked really skinny. So whatever.
I don't know if you can find that video of Mariah Carey. It's worth watching. I don't know where. I don't know if that's it or not. But.
I mean, we have good and bad days. And
this is the one. This is the one. Look at her. Look at her trying. Look at everyone's trying to do the dance with her. She's barely moving.
Yeah.
There's no sound on this, so we're just gonna have to. Now they go to pick her.
No,
up.
I'm not sure we need sound. Wait, they all lean over and she puts them on their back.
And then she just kind of sits there.
Yeah, 4 guys lean over so that she can ride her
back.
back.
He takes her back, and then they go back to dancing, and then she's.
Man, she is big. Whoa, she is big. Whoa. Yeah, she is a big. You know what? It's really hard to. It's different when you're a little bit big and you wear a fucking one piece.
And she,
you know,
she she didn't know movement.
I'm just saying, dude. Like you don't look fat, but you've said like with no shirt on, you got a little bit of a gut.
Oh, I look like the Holocaust.
Well, what if you? What?
I do.
Imagine if you had a pink. Imagine you had a pink one piece on. I think it's got to be crazy to be, you know, what I mean, a sex symbol and then just be 50. And you got kids and shit, and you're like,
poor guy. You see, they got the strongest guy to pick her ass up.
And the people and the guys stood up in front, so you didn't see the guy who was spinning her around. His knees shake.
It's got to be tough for her to sing every night, considering the thing they squeeze her in.
Yeah.
Does she do Vegas? Does she get?
That's what this is. This is a Vegas performance.
And then now they're pushing her around in a boat.
She's on a jet ski.
Oh man.
Well, she did.
So she is buoyant.
Andrew, can you show photos of her at the recent awards thing? Because she has lost a lot of weight.
Hey, look, and like here's like she's caking up, she's doing her thing, whatever, man. I remember just seeing that and being like,
that's fair to bring it up.
Like, yeah, that's you get. Hey, when you're a performer, you get paid to move around and dance and shit like that. Like,
it's weird. I don't know. I wonder if she even reads that stuff because I don't know if she could handle it, or maybe she laughs at it. You know.
I read shit.
So do I.
Damn, that's her.
Right?
Looking good, man.
See? Like
took that shit off.
Like what the hell happened? What she fucking got shredded?
Exercise and surgery, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, whatever she did.
1-2 punch. Yo, dude. After I got, the shit that I said I was gonna hook you up with, that you end up getting like a staph infection and couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I kept losing weight after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're really selling it.
Yeah.
You just keep losing weight?
Yeah, I've ended up losing like 15 pounds.
Of fat, or like you're just like you can't put on weight anymore?
I don't know.
Wait, you think maybe it gave you some sort of illness?
Maybe I got a tapeworm.
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait, you're losing a lot of weight? Do you think are you doing a lot of drugs and not sleeping, or doing some weird shit where you don't eat a lot of food?
I ain't been, I haven't been.
Haven't been what? Eating?
I haven't been doing tons of drugs the last 8 months, dude. Like 9 months.
Right. Maybe it's that. Maybe drugs used to make you eat.
No, if anything, it make me not eat. I'll do a ton of drugs and eat oatmeal.
Well, then you might have one of those tapeworms. What's that tapeworm we saw the other day that was wrapped around that dude's wrist? You might have like a fucking 10-foot tapeworm that you have to pull out of your butt.
I don't see why they don't do that more often.
We have
people.
We have gloves.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, people have attempted that as a weight loss.
And it just doesn't work.
Controlled tapeworm.
Yeah, hey worm, eat my poo. I mean my fat.
Yeah, like you get you a 5-foot long tapeworm, and then you just go fucking go to Applebee's and fucking go nuts.
Yeah, look.
If I had a tapeworm, I go to fucking Olive Garden, all you can eat fucking soup and salad with the breadsticks. Fuck the dumb shit.
Well, now wait. This headline says man pulls 5.5-foot long tapeworm out of his body, and the picture seems to show it wrapped around like a used toilet roll. So what do you mean he pulled the tapeworm out of his body?
He pulled it out and then he rolled it around the top. Yeah,
I know, but I understand the wrapping part. I'm saying, like, was it like? Did it come
probably,
out of his butt to look around?
No, he probably took a shit and felt it and fucking started to yank on it.
He probably was wiping his ass. Maybe it was stuck in the poop.
See, if something's hanging out of my ass,
yeah, because look, there's pieces.
I would push it back in with my finger.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be concerned that I need that.
I would not.
Get in there.
Nah, if it was wiggling and it was alive, I would definitely want it out of my bum.
You go be a tapeworm inside of it.
Nah, mate, I cannot allow that. You're coming out right now.
No way, bro.
Yeah, that's freaking me out.
And I'm charging your rent.
I'm fucking freaking out if there's a wiggle worm coming out of my butt.
You get back in my asshole.
I might seriously. I mean, that's emergency room shit. Right?
Did he lose any weight? Is a question. His last name is Bond. He's probably skinny.
So you're saying if I get this freeze the fat on my stomach, I'll pee out the fat, and then I will just lose more and more weight?
I don't know. All I'm saying.
You don't think it's got anything to do with that, or it does got something to do with that?
I think sometimes men store fat in their bellies, and sometimes that helps you get fat other places.
No. Wait. Answer. Wait.
I'm not a scientist. I do own Cartiers, though.
Do you fuck? You've stumped me with the Cartier.
Yeah.
Do you fucking think that the frozen thing did it? Yes or no? Give me a percentage of what out of 100 on what you think the possibility is that.
Since I started doing, I did 3 frozen things.
Yeah.
And I've lost between 15 and 20 pounds. He fluctuates.
Do I have to go with you? Can I go without you?
You can go without me.
Can I please?
I put you with the girl, man.
I don't have her number. You didn't give it to me.
Oh, yes, I did.
All right, well then I'll talk after the show. I've got brain damage. You know that. I know,
both,
like.
Yo, we're both stuck on fucking dumb. Us trying to do like triangulate and do like hook up one extra person is really fucking hard.
I know. I'm a moron.
I'm dumb as fuck, son.
I'm a real idiot. I think this Postmates here,
Tully's
Betsy.
the brains of the fucking operation, and he doesn't need the goddamn thing.
Wait, he's the brains of the operation?
Yeah, between us two, Jesus Christ. Tully went to Oxford.
I could probably make an appointment with a doctor. It is true.
See?
I did miss one this month.
I showed up for one last night that I'm supposed to be there 7 days from now. So that's how fucking spot on I am.
You showed up a week early for an appointment?
Yes.
And they're like, what are you doing here?
Yep. But they're very nice ladies. They're like, how are you? I was good. I'm good.
Did they give you a lollipop until you get the fuck
They
going?
don't have lollipops there.
I go to an Armenian one, and they got Armenian baked goods.
I do not want Armenian baked goods after the dentist.
All I do is deal with Armenians. I fucking love them guys. I don't know why. Generally
Do you
speaking.
eat the baked goods?
Sometimes.
That's a fucking weird ass thing to do from the dentist.
Yeah, when I got
The
food
fuck's that noise?
poisoning and went to the doctor, he was like, "Oh, it's food poisoning. Here, have some Armenian baked goods."
I might be down for that though.
He sent me home and I just puked some more.
You puked the baked goods up?
Yeah.
But maybe he wanted you to do that.
He didn't. It was my butt doctor. He was like,
Wait, you have a butt doctor?
I got an Armenian butt doctor who's so savage that he checked my asshole because I had to keep getting fucking surgeries. He checked my asshole with the door wide open and just people walking in and out. Like,
and your ass
just
is
fucking fingering my ass.
and your ass is hideous too. He said.
Yes, it's awful. Like it's.
And he's fingering it.
Yeah, it's fucking awful
for everybody to see when they walk by.
Yeah, I just laid down fucking a bunch of Armenians walking in and out as he fingered my fucking asshole.
Jude's ass for sale.
And I was Snapchatting it because I don't give a fuck.
That's
son.
real. That's real. All right.
Red Dragon.
So you've been
Hashtag
visiting.
Me too. What?
I don't understand that.
I don't know. You get
I'm not a part of it. I missed it.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm out.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't
Stay out of
finger.
that shit.
I mean, I guess I fingered somebody's mouth before, but I did other stuff before. That's what it is, right? Is it the Me Too? Is that
I
it?
don't know, bro. I'm just being smart.
I'm more into soccer. Did you see that soccer guy that's really good looking cut his head open? Ooh,
Who,
juicy.
Ronaldo or whatever his name is.
I don't fucking know, dude. And then did you see that Jake Paul crying, trying to save his brother's career?
Pele.
I hope you guys go broke.
Ronaldo. I called it.
Wait, did he get to film? Did
That's
he
a
get to?
handsome
Did somebody
motherfucker,
give him
dude.
a phone to look at his face? Bruh.
And
But-
then he did a dog filter on his face.
But bruh,
Took a picture.
you're supposed to wait till you get. You're supposed to.
Damn, we got fucked up, son.
No, was that on purpose or accidental?
Damn.
Wait,
Why do handsome
he
people
headed
look
the
more
ball
handsome with
and
blood?
then somebody kicked him in the head? Oh, wow. Cool.
Hard body.
That's a good. This hard buddy thing is fucking really weird.
Motherfucking body. Hey, I gotta go.
Do ya?
Yeah, I gotta go do my shit. You guys should buy my fucking book on Audible.
Yeah, you fucking
Whatever.
bitches.
Yeah. Hummingbird, Hyena. It's on Audible.
I started reading a book the other day.
Is it Hummingbird or Hyena?
No,
Jesus
sorry.
Christ.
But it could be the start of me reading books.
How'd it go for you?
I'm like, this much into it.
You made like an inch. That's pretty fucking good, dude.
It's a lot. I've put like hours into it. That's how long it takes to
My
read
shit-
that
yo,
much.
I wrote this shit for fucking
I might
illiterate people.
I might read your book.
Yeah, I wrote it for illiterates.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I might just read a lot of books, and then I'll,
Feels good reading a book, doesn't it? Feels like, hey, I'm reading a book.
Well, I didn't read the whole thing, but yeah, sure, yeah. I feel very, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I
Feel a little
feel,
better, don't you?
yeah, I feel it gives me a little more confidence. I'm very insecure with my reading ability, so yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Done.
I just want to thank Dish.
The fuck is Dish?
Dish is helping me read.
Dish Network?
Yep.
They sent you a book?
No, they make me do commercials. I guess I should thank SiriusXM and Faction Talk for bringing me over here to do commercials, because now I read more and I think I've got even better at reading. If that's at all
The
possible.
more you do, the better you are.
There it is. There's levels to this shit, Michael.
Right, much like mixed martial arts.
That's right.
As Daniel Cormier once said.
He did. He'll say it again.
Yeah, real quick.
Shade 4-5.
Take care, Jude.
I guess.
Hummingbird. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about those fights. That was disgraceful. It was absolutely disgraceful.
Who won that fight? Who was fighting? Cormier fought?
The guy who knows. The guy who knows how to fight won the fight.
Cormier won.
And trains.
Yeah. Ooh. 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 Wow.
That was the most Ellis Mania-esque performance I've ever seen in an octagon, and it was a title fight. Has Conor McGregor stopped laughing yet? About the next UFC hype train? Don't need you anymore, Conor. We've got a guy who gasses out in 45 seconds and then can no longer throw proper punches. Punching is
wow!
Do.
Wow! I mean...
And by the way, Stipe, congratulations, you got the belt. You're the best, and that was I understand it's a very dangerous man, but I would have appreciated if he had looked a little bit more aggressively to finish a man who was not capable of fighting.
I mean, that is a critical way of seeing things. That's.
I mean, you just lay on top of him, and like, you can't just lay on top of him. He's like, okay, look, now I'm punching him too. Now can I keep laying on top of him for another 3 minutes? How much people pay for this?
Maybe he thought that if he landed heavier shots that it wasn't going to do any more damage.
Maybe.
And that he could jeopardize gassing out with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he has more MMA knowledge than you do, and whatever decisions he made in there was probably the best. I mean, he is the winner.
Yes, I agree and disagree. I think that what he did is the smart thing, but the smart thing isn't always the thing that, thrills the fans and wins their hearts forever. And I can understand where even towards the end he didn't want to take the chance standing up with a guy who was, it was just comical how that was Ellismania level gassed. What Ngannou was after the first round, much less after the fourth round. But I felt like he potentially could have been a little bit more aggressive to look for the finish on the ground.
Yep. Well, everybody's got their MMA opinions. I don't know. I feel like somebody that big. I don't know what it's like to be that big and that tired. I don't know what it's like to when, because I don't. He's still on planet Earth. I don't think his heart's like astronomically bigger than anything else on the planet. He doesn't have a horse heart or anything. I feel like when you're that big, it doesn't matter how much you want to keep going. He burned him out. It was like, it was awesome. I mean, dude, the first 3 minutes. He ducked all those crazy punches and made it look like he made it look pretty easy, really. I don't know anybody that would want to do it. Nobody did. Nobody had the balls to face him and face him like that. Mm-hmm. And he burned him out, and then he put him down there and he kept him there. And I felt like he landed a bunch of flush shots. Didn't seem like Ngannou had like he was the kind of guy that was going to go out. You could gas out on his face, I think. Going
for the knockout again, I can understand. Ngannou, his punches were so lungy, and because he clearly just was prepared to do the one thing. And whenever he saw a little window, he would lunge to try to throw his little. I mean, the form was pretty poor on those punches he was throwing from round 3 on. Can we agree?
He couldn't walk.
Exactly. Dude. Well, and that's the reason why. That's because of exhaustion.
I just know how that is like. When he first got up in the first round and his butt muscle dropped, and I could tell because I've felt that before, where you've tried to get up so many times in the back of your whatever that muscle is in the butt, it doesn't work, and you could just tell. I was like, and I thought, imagine what it must be like to have all that muscle, because I don't have any of that. Mm-hmm. I just know what it's like to fucking be burnt out with my fat body. This dude is wobbling around, and I'm like, man, he must. He wants it so bad. He was nowhere near quitting, but there's no more blood running in there. I don't think that dude can train. He could train with Lance Armstrong for the next 5 years. I don't think that body is designed to do 25 minutes of shit.
Yeah, I think you can be too big to be an effective professional mixed martial arts.
And he did say he learned a lot from it, and that quite frankly did make him seem scary to me, because he is still, what is anybody think anyone else is going to want to fuck with that guy still?
I'd be curious to see where he goes.
I don't want that guy.
No, I also would choose not to.
Whoever gets him next is bummed out. But we have a guest.
We do.
Hi, you guys. How are you? Hi.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man. How are you?
How's it going? You having fun?
Hello, Louie Anderson. Thank you so
Hi.
much for coming by.
What up?
Nice shirt.
Yeah, you know, a friend made it to me. Made it to me.
We got you.
Made it to me. No, made it for me, and I wore it, and it makes me feel happy.
It says Mama Baskets because it's got you.
Yeah, these are a pair of glasses. Like, I went off set one day just to go to the store as the character, and I wore these glasses, and somebody took a picture, and then my friend got this picture, and then he made these glasses. Made it Mama Baskets on there. And
So you went incognito to see if you could pull off.
oh, I could pull it off. I mean, those people all thought I was a woman. I went in the men's bathroom. That's where the problem came in.
Yeah.
They yelled at me. Hey!
Yeah.
Don't go. That's a men's. I go, I know.
Yeah, it depends on what state you're in these days.
That's true, isn't it?
So which is more fun? Walking
Well-
around like you or like the lady?
Mm,
Like, could you do it? Could you just stay there?
yeah.
Right.
I could be a woman easily.
Yeah, I think about that sometimes.
Because it's so comfortable in those clothes, first of all.
Right?
Like, I'm tired of being lowered into my pants.
Do you think that it's... Okay, nobody's ever lowered you into your pants.
It's pretty funny, though, isn't it? Hey, wait a minute. You don't know that I haven't been lowered. Because when you're a big person, how big have you ever been?
This is the biggest I've ever been.
Okay, so you're so lucky. Pants are a thing, because I have to teeter on one leg to get the other leg in. Unless I lay on a bed and scooch into them. So I'm just saying, it's not an apparatus.
Oh, right, because you can't...
Because with a skirt or a dress, they go right over your head.
Oh, wow, so
that's-
it's like a giant T-shirt.
It's-
But you still got to put undies on.
Do you?
Okay, I guess...
No, but I mean, yeah, you can wear... Yes, you do still have to put undies on.
I guess if it's a really big dress, you don't have to. If it's a heavy dress.
No, you must put them on.
Do you?
Yeah, I always put them on.
Because if it's a
Pretty
big
good,
dress,
though.
would your
It's,
balls touch anything? It wouldn't...
My balls haven't touched anything in so long.
Do you want them to?
No, they're good.
Right.
No, I'm just mean, but you're right. You do have... I wouldn't have to necessarily put it on.
You don't want your balls to touch anybody?
No, I don't. I'm not going to even go there.
Oh, you don't like talking about your balls, Fern?
No, I don't have any problem talking about them, but, they're disappointment in life. They're in the way a lot of times, you know that.
Yes, well, okay, so you could switch them off because they've got you into trouble before. Okay, I could see that. I guess I've had that argument before.
A lot of people would lose a lot of their problems. I mean, sex drive is the cause of indirectly.
And food drive. Like, I've eaten more than I should, too.
But you've lost a bunch of weight, right?
I have, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look way thinner.
And wasted.
You don't look wasted. You look...
But thank you very much. I've worked really hard to stop being a compulsive eater.
Right, because I've heard a lot of your stand-up, which is excellent, by the way, and I know that there's a lot of that in there, and I can tell by a lot of it that it's forever. Your struggle is forever. There's always,
It's my alcoholism.
Right, I was gonna say that because it felt like an addict.
My dad was an addict, and my mom loved food, and so I had a choice, and I didn't have it in me to do the alcohol. But
Because
I think because the food's so much more pleasant. I mean, on one level, the food also sneaks up on you, so you don't become
because it's
fat
more accepted too.
Yes,
Like you just eating all the time around everybody is not like, oh, he, like if Tully's just eating sandwiches every time we take a break, I don't think Tully has a fucking sandwich problem.
Right.
But if Tully was cracking a beer every time we took a break, I'd be like, whoa, dude, really?
You're Tully?
Yeah, he's Tully.
My
Yeah.
Tully, yeah.
What a
I've never
good
told
name.
you when I go home. 6-foot hoagies all night long.
That's your problem.
It's problematic.
And I'm a fucking junkie, so I know what it's
Are
like.
you a junkie?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm addicted to everything.
Now, are you a junkie? But do you abstain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've scaled them all down. I just scale down every year. I get a little less of everything.
Because
I tried to be sober, went to AA, and I did like about a year and a bit and failed.
Well, do you think that I'm not gonna say bad things about AA, but all programs are susceptible because all human beings are so different.
Yep.
I mean, all human beings are, like the big thing about eating is you have to just keep eating. You can't abstain necessarily, and so you have to abstain with stuff that isn't the best stuff to eat.
Yeah.
You have
See-
to eat that. You have to learn how to love.
You do have a thing with food that you can learn, and I know you're old school and there's an adjustment, but what you're saying there with, you know, because it's forever you have to struggle. Like for me as an alcoholic, and you know, I would do all the other things that they're easier not to do, but to do them, I can't do Scotch light. I can't do vegan Scotch.
Right. You can't do. You can't do 2 shots a day.
Yeah, it's not gonna. But you can. But you're allowed to eat all this new stuff that's out there, because I feel like there's a whole new wave of stuff.
That's pretty good, right?
Where I mean, especially in this fucking town. Oh, there's a vegan shit where I don't even fucking know unless my wife tells me.
Yes,
I would not fucking know. I'm like, I don't know, I'm eating fucking pasta. She's like, that's from so and so. And I'm like, wait, isn't that vegan place? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna say shit. I'm just gonna eat this thing. So
it's
you
amazing, right? There's a restaurant called the Crossroads.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. That was what she said. It's Crossroads, and I was like, fuck, that's crazy.
They've created a enzyme that mimics meat.
Yeah.
And they invented it. They own it.
Yes. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. And they make a burger at lunch only.
Yeah.
That most people think is a burger.
Right.
Which is good. Isn't that what science should do?
Does that now? When you taste that, because it sounds you have tasted it, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that burger when you taste it? Are you like, okay, now I don't have to worry anymore? Or you're like, it's not right. Like it's not.
No, it tastes. No, it's right. But you know, I live in Vegas, so I can't get that. I don't live here. I live in Vegas.
But they haven't. They don't
have that burger. They own that burger here. So.
But they don't have a vegan.
No, they have good vegan. Listen, here's.
Is it thing. Still? But you don't. But I'm sensing that everything that they will give you that is.
No. I think that my problem is simpler.
Okay.
I can't be in the. I have to take the fat-free river and not the butter river under all circumstances. So I can't have a little butter on something because butter would be a big thing. That would be that'd be my, you know, Coke or heroin.
Do you think that would like make the day you would just start putting it on everything?
I wouldn't do it. I'd feel bad because I shouldn't be doing it because I've made a commitment to myself not to do it.
Okay.
So my thing is about the abstinence. Abstinence is something that you have to really work hard at, and when you're on the road or when you're working or when you're doing stuff,
that would be the hardest for sure.
That's the hardest thing.
They don't even have good food on the road.
There's no good food on the road. So, but the really great thing about it all is, for me, is I care enough about myself right now, as a human and a comic and an actor and all those things, to stop having those other things because they mean nothing really.
Right. And I was going to say, you're Louie Anderson. Can't you tell yourself that? You know what I mean? Like, you built a fucking giant career. You built it. So it's like, okay, if I don't eat these foods, I'll live longer. Yes. Then you will fucking make that decision and you will live that life.
Yes. But just as it is with you, because all of us are human beings, and so we can both say that, and then you know how when you say it, like a wave comes in, you go in. Sometimes you have to make sure that you hold up for that wave, so that you've done the action, and the result is when it comes in, like, oh good, I'm glad I did that. Like, you don't eat that stuff for a week, and the results are there.
Right.
So you need the reinforcement because you always. If you're an artist, you're insecure no matter how long, forever.
Yes.
So the art needs to be fed. So where you have to start having the art eat grass-fed stuff, and not, you know, Taco Bell, who's trying to single-handedly kill us all.
Right.
I mean, say, you know, like Taco Bell, I can hear the commercial from the next room and go, "What is that? What is that? What do they make?"
Yeah.
Las Vegas seems like a singularly bad place to.
Well, you might as well live with the devil if you're gonna live.
It's so well. That sounds great, but it doesn't actually make any sense. Like there's signs everywhere.
I want to live. I don't want to stop living.
Does having the success you've had lately, and congratulations on that, does that make you want to value? Does that make you value yourself even more? You're You're an Emmy winner.
Yeah, but I have a statue. It's so nice, but
it's not just a statue. It represents the fact that people
I'm
really
proud.
responded to. Yeah.
yes, I'm super proud of the thing. But more than that, I still want to live, and I want to listen. I'm so lucky. It's nice that it's nice to have a job that is so. I'm on. Look at that billboard. I mean, look at that billboard. That's a beautiful.
You look
They're all
great.
over town.
Yeah, I mean, I go.
Baskets.
I look better than I've ever looked before, and I'm a woman in it.
See,
You're your mother.
Yeah, I'm my mother. I'm my mother, but my mother in 2018. Had my mom been here now,
That's
which would be really interesting, by the way. So I'm trying to portray that. If mom was here, and I'm working with one of the greatest comic actors and comics, of all time, Zach Galifianakis, and beautiful human being. But so to get to that thing, I want to live. I want to keep living. I want to keep doing this part, and this is a great part because I get to do this. I get to take all this humanity that I was given to, and this humility and this stuff from my mom, and I've got a place to put it, because it's hard to find a vehicle to put that in. You can't go out on stage and just start spewing out humanity and all that stuff. But here's a woman, here's a character who's struggling with her life, her family, her husband killed himself, her family, her sons aren't perfect, she's not perfect, she is trying like hell to hang on to a small thin branch at over 300 pounds. So I just love it because it gives me a chance to be something that I wouldn't get to be otherwise.
So it's therapeutic
Well, I wouldn't
in a
say-
way,
I
or
don't-
no?
Yeah. I mean, I was
It's like you're getting
what's the-
something out by being this character.
Right. I was just talking to Greg Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, Fitzdog, we love him.
He's the best.
He is.
And I said, I think
My wife choked him unconscious.
she did.
Yeah.
On purpose.
They used to date.
Is it true?
No.
Oh.
The choking part is, not the
Fantastic.
dating.
Oh,
part.
that.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I can see where you'd want to choke him.
Right?
Yeah. So
You had it coming.
Don't they all? Where was I? I was going. So I said we were talking about humanity and that comics are healers, and he really got me. He slammed me right around. I said, because my ego said comic were healers because I want people to think I'm healing and all that stuff. But he said, and I said, I think we're just trying to clean out the basement. We're just trying to clean out all the crap inside of us, where there's too much in the garage or whatever. And he said, yes, but I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm not trying to be it. And I go, all right, he got me. But I think.
But see, I don't believe him.
Wow.
I think mainly.
Is that why she choked him up?
No. He really asked. He asked for us to do it on the radio, but he.
Oh, God,
I feel like
that's
there's.
dangerous.
No. We're the professionals. We're here, doctors and stuff.
Oh, okay, good.
He.
What episode was this?
It doesn't matter. It didn't really happen. He.
Illegally, it's a figment of our imagination.
He likes to hate everything and everybody, but he also is a fucking stand-up comic who kills. He loves to entertain, and it's sort of like saying, like I don't like even the people that don't like the show that listen to the show, obviously, because they keep telling me how bad the show is on a regular basis.
On your show?
Yeah, fuck yeah. This is the world we live in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you listen to it over and over again. I'm so annoying, but you don't. I'm not. No one's forcing me to come into your house.
No.
So they just don't like you. They just don't care. But I still want them to be entertained. I feel like Fitzdog still wants. He loves when the crowd appreciates him. I mean, if they don't appreciate it, you need them to tell you that too. Really, he needs them.
I mean, I never learned one thing from someone saying "great show." not one thing. Like I always say, like when sometimes people will say you're pretty good, and I want to just headbutt them.
Right.
I go, pretty good. Please don't bother.
Right.
Don't bother.
Yes.
But I don't want to hear great show in that sense, especially after I've had what I think is a shitty show.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than when you're out of rhythm, when you're up there and you're out of rhythm and you keep bouncing and people might think it's great, but you're going, you know you're not there.
Right. To your
when
level.
When you're not present.
Oh, okay.
Like if I come in these interviews and I'm not, try to just do jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm not present. Ugh. Right?
Yeah,
and
especially.
I leave dirty, you leave Like, what was he talking about?
See, I always wonder about that with somebody like yourself. You've had a residency more or less for a really long time in Las Vegas, maybe bouncing from venue to venue. I don't know, but the temptation to go on autopilot must be so great.
Yes, the easiest in Vegas, especially because people are beat up there. They got
So
their
you don't do
shit
it? You
kicked
don't,
out of them.
right?
They just lost all their money and they got free tickets to my show.
That's the
and
consolation
I'm
prize.
responsible now to bring them back to thinking about spending the rest of the money they have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a sense. But so I've always loved it there because you need to have people there that I think the town is endemic and representative of the country in general. I don't think it's anything different than the rest of the country. I think the whole country is very Vegas. Well, you can find out Vegas part of any city.
I was thinking about this morning because you're from, what, Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
That you're perfect because Vegas is a big city, but it's a big city that people who aren't from big cities come to. So for a guy who's been killing in LA to go to Las Vegas, he's not used to talking to, like, real Americans. That's always been your reference point.
Well, my thing is that, you know, I don't talk to whatever audience is out there. I talk to the audience in general. I mean, I think it's dangerous to, I can play any audience. I can be, you know, corporate-y, but I'm still underneath. If you have a brain in your head underneath of everything I'm saying is dark. It's dark as any alternative brooding comic. If you look at any great joke, there's a much darker, better joke underneath it. Am I right?
I mean, all you guys are dark as fuck, usually.
Right. Like, I used to do a joke in my act that I had to quit doing because people were confused by it. I go, you know, I read where a guy killed his whole family today. I go, I don't know why it doesn't happen more often. I don't think you start out where you're going to kill everyone. But the rush of the first one must just carry you right through. And people would be like, what? But to me that was
like Family Feud.
But to me, that was a fun joke.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this guy's starting to heat it up. This is cool.
That was a good, fun joke.
I'm ready to spend more money again.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, let's kill Grandma. She's got $1,100 in her purse.
Yeah, I don't understand why
I
you
don't
can't.
mean it in some, like,
Yeah,
listen.
but we got it.
Well,
you know?
because I think that they're not used to, because I presented a picture, like you say, with my comedy, that might be middle America or might be sweet or whatever is, but even in the sweetness, you know, my dad never hit us. He carried a gun.
Right.
That's the truth. That's how I felt about my dad. That's how dangerous he was. But you can laugh at that because the absurdity of it. But it's dark.
You can laugh at it if you're laughing at it. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
You make
very nice.
You know, you bring it, you cut in there with it, because I got stuff that's happened to me that's pretty tweaked, and I'll every now and then, especially on the show, it's 3 hours a day, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I sometimes I scrape the barrel with some jokes that might be offensive to the whole world at my expense. I don't even know if they're funny sometimes, but I'll do it. And I feel like you're entitled to laugh your ass off if you felt it was funny. Like, I brought it up. But I think if Tully was like, hey, man, like, how many times did you blow your old man? I'd be like, wow, man, that's pretty gnarly. You know, like.
Hear the punchline.
You know what I mean? You could get away with it when you bring it up and you're like, look, I've survived it and things are okay. So much so that I'm willing to bring it up and be like, I know
that's exactly what we should all be doing, though. That's the real interaction that should be going on, and I think it is on some level with some people. But you know, one thing that people don't have any idea of is that you're sitting here for 3 hours and nobody. I'm coming in here for a pittance of that time. Nobody has any idea what it's like to do 3 hours of a show, because it's a huge commitment, and it's a huge commitment. I'm not saying they should feel sorry for you, but I'm just telling you, people don't register what it's like to sit here and do this for 3 hours. So they judge on their pop in and listen or whatever. The same way people don't register what it takes to do everything that's difficult in life and hard and meaningful.
But when you have done something difficult, hard, and meaningful, not all the time, but a lot, you can see that in everybody else.
Right.
Because
Nice, yeah.
you know what I mean? But when I say not all the time, because
Yes.
many times I'm like, oh, you fucking suck. That guy sucked. Fucking worst effort I've ever seen by anybody doing that particular job. You moron. And
Yes.
I'm not, because I'm not like getting in his shoes. I'm just like, I just want to spurt out some
Yes.
bullshit like everybody else does.
Getting in people's shoes is the most important thing that you have to keep in mind, because who are you to be like? I never ever report or say anything bad about any employee, no matter how much they deserve it, because of one thing: who are they? Who are they possibly working for? Who are they taking care of by working that job?
Well, it's good to know you won't be ratting us out on the way out.
No, you guys are fine.
Jesus, right?
No, but isn't it true that we all, don't you think that that's what's going on out there?
Well,
That
it's
we
very
are-
human of you to think
Yeah,
of
it's my
that.
mom. She said, you know, you be nice to everybody, Louie. You never know what kind of day they had. And I never even, like, I used to think, what does that mean?
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah,
When getting older, I know that one.
yeah.
For
Getting
people,
older is really important. We should start out old and get younger, like that Benjamin Button.
right? I would have better sex. I'd like to say I would have sex with more people, but I actually highly doubt that. I feel like I kind of,
You did it?
yeah, I might have needed to lose a couple of them actually, but it's over now. I'm still alive. Dick's still swinging.
We have to let you go, which is a shame. Cause
I know.
I love talking with you.
You should come on again,
I would
man.
love to. I would love to.
Please do.
We'll come to
I will.
Vegas. I'll
When are
come.
you going to be in Vegas?
I'll go to Vegas. I was gonna go this weekend, but I got the kids. I'd rather go hang out with my kids than all my porn friends.
Well,
But I'll go. I want to go. I want to go to your. I don't gamble, so I'm just going to come in like with a happy soul from the beginning. So you don't have to really do too
all
much
right,
for me.
good. That would be good.
So season 3 of Baskets premieres
Yeah.
tonight on FX at 10 p.m. and you're out on the road with Louie Anderson live.
I am, and I have a new special coming out. Come back and talk about it, called Big Underwear,
All right, we'll see you then.
and a new book called Hey Mom.
Ah, check you out.
Go to louisbook.com. Get an early copy.
All right. Thanks,
Do
dude.
that.
Nice
Thank
to meet
so
you.
much. Likewise.
We'll be
Pleasure.
back, everybody.
Thanks. That was really nice, you guys.
Thanks, Louie.
Thank you. Should we get a picture?
Fuck
Should we get
yeah.
our
Yeah,
picture
sure.
stuff? I like to get all the pictures. That's really what I wait for.
Really? You scroll through them and go, oh yeah, those
Yeah,
people.
I like people. That's the difference between me and a lot of people. I really like people.
Difference between you and a lot of comics for sure.
Comics are fucking miserable.
Right?
Yeah, but they're, you know, they just haven't had the career I've had. No, but sometimes you just have to say stuff like that, don't you? Oh, should I take my stuff with me?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Don't you hate when people say that tall thing to you?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Comes up every
that's why I
once in a
didn't
while.
say it. Because it must get tiring. Like when people used to say to me, "You're a big guy." I go, "Oh."
Hi.
What is it?
Betsy.
Hi, Betsy. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Good, good.
Hi.
I love the
Hi, Kevin.
family
Pleasure.
killer.
Did you?
I was
like
dying
that?
out here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, take care. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. I'm glad you like that joke.
I'm an evil, evil person. Okay, so we didn't have these up. Right.
Star, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Adam Sandler and Punch Drunk Love is the movie perfect example of like
There's really
in real life that kind of movie.
Shit, fuck.
Wait, that's what character is genius.
Yeah, that seems like it would be up your alley.
Is news happening next?
Yep.
I don't know how long these will be, but is there a break after these, or what happens?
Don't worry, I have my news too, so.
Oh. I'm doing one of your stories, by the way.
They're not my stories, they're our stories. The clock went screwy in here during that.
Oh, really?
I started to ask him something and I looked up into the corner of my eye and all of a sudden it said it was 20 after and then it said it was a different hour and I almost lost my train of thought mid-sentence because I was like, wait a second, what the fuck time is it? It's fine now. Yeah, I fully was like, oh my god, wait, what have we done? We kept in so much longer. Why should we be wrapping this up right now? And then it changed again. I mean, it's tough.
So that seltzer was last night, Tully.
It said 120, and then
It did just readjust.
Shit sucks.
Seconds ahead of proper. Now it's on time.
It was 12, it was 120, it was 4. Once it went to 4, I was like, okay, we're fine, you know?
Yeah.
So Jason, if you end up getting one of those seltzer things, there's two different kinds, and there's one that has glass bottles. Those are a little easier to deal with because you can put them in the dishwasher, as opposed to the one that's always got plastic because you have to hand wash them on that. That's the glass one's just fancier. I lost my seltzer maker in the divorce.
Wow.
Tragic.
But you got the house, so.
Yeah, I
guess
kept,
it's
I
all
kept
you.
everything else I already owned, yes.
Right.
of wolf nicknames as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It's like 4. I love that sound.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. It's great to be here with everybody, but especially Will.
A Michigan man has been arrested after an FBI investigation. He's accused of threatening to travel to Atlanta to commit mass murder at CNN. He told, basically he kept calling CNN and telling them, I'm going to come blow the place up. I'm going to come kill everybody because of fake news.
Oh, one of those guys.
Yeah.
It's hard to take one of those guys serious. Your glasses are on crooked. It's hard to take you serious.
Sorry. It's with
Okay.
headphones. But, I mean, the anchors and reporters at CNN have said, you know, unfounded accusations of fake news are leading to threats of violence by people who are unstable. You know, and I think that's true of any crazy right or left political thing.
So what should we do, Will? Should we
Maybe-
stop people from antagonizing the dumb people of the world?
Maybe they should stop making so much fake news.
Right.
Or should we go to...
You know, if they want to live.
Right.
But if you make that threat, then somebody goes over there and beats you up.
That would be good. But instead, he's arrested and $10,000 bail or something.
Oh.
So,
Well, maybe that's what he needed to know. Don't do that, man.
yeah. Don't.
Could be worse.
But here's
We could have shot you.
right. But here's the problem: when people are on television and radio and they're making crazy statements that they themselves know are not true, and they're doing it for entertainment value because they're all depending on ratings for their living.
You're talking about CNN's repeated lies?
I'm talking about anybody who says outrageous statements in order to get ratings. It's a dangerous thing to do. You got to remember, if you're a Rush Limbaugh type, that crazy statement you may say today may get you ratings, but there also may be an unstable person who's going to take it to heart.
Okay, but I guess the question is, aren't unstable people eventually going to decide that thing over there is the problem and I need to do something violently about it?
Yeah, but hopefully it's a toaster or something.
Maybe he already took out the toaster and
Right.
didn't solve anything.
Well, in this year's U.S. News and World Report list of best countries,
Yeah.
the United
USA?
States has slipped a bit.
Uh-oh.
It's got the number 8 spot. That's
Eight's pretty solid. Top 10 solid.
Yeah, that's good. But we were number 7 last year. And
Is it like
6
Greenland or
before
some
that.
shit like that?
Well,
Is it like an Icelandic fucking pussy?
number 1? They say the reasons. For
Or is it the
drop-
Bahamas, man?
The reason for the drop is the world's perceptions of the country being less progressive and trustworthy.
Yeah, well, it's because that guy's got a Twitter account.
Right.
It makes us look bad.
Well, I mean,
Everybody knows it makes us look bad. And then if you argue whether he doesn't make us look bad or it does make us look bad, you make us look bad.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, but this is solely based on everybody else's opinion of a country. So this is not domestic. This is.
I'm
not
in
us.
America holding my balls, middle finger to the sky.
Apparently, the president is more unpopular than any other head of state right now.
He
which is
sucks.
dropping
He's such a
us down
sucky
little bit.
person.
Well,
Well-
the counter to that would be that the last guy went around making nice with everybody and apologizing for everything America ever did, and the world just can't take it that this guy is reasserting our...
Totally. Look,
Yeah.
it's philosophy. Do you not care what anybody else thinks? We're going to do
Yeah.
our own thing? Or
Right,
do
if you don't care, if
Yeah.
you say that we've gotten into the problems we have because we cared too much about what other
Right.
people think, that would be the counter argument.
Well, here are the best countries according to this. Let's
Wait, what do
see.
you think is a good country, Jason?
What's the best
yeah? What's
country?
the best? What's the best country?
Ibiza?
That's part of Spain. Spain?
Oh. Spain?
They did not make the top 10, Tully.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be Scandinavian countries, but I feel like at this point people are just sort of like...
Isn't it cold there?
I know, yeah. Programmed to say that.
Sweden is in there.
Right. Is France in there as well?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
The number 1 country is Switzerland.
Right, all of those. Same fucking place.
Canada's number 2.
I know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, it's nuts, actually, because it's the exact same thing, the global tourism.
Fucking cold there,
I
too.
know. The global tourism trends, you know, America has had a little bit of a dip in tourism. And again, it's indisputably because people don't think America's quite as cool as they did a couple of years ago. Canada's way up. Like, Canadian tourism is up like 20% or something.
True.
It's beautiful up there.
Rounding out the top 5, the United Kingdom and Japan. And they do say that, you know, global perceptions have the potential to drive trade and travel and investment and, you know, directly affect an economy of a country. So
maybe we just need to get our own house in order.
And a totally separate list, the annual Freedom in the World report came out, listing...
No way, we invented freedom. We definitely win this one.
Listing the least free countries. Basically, you got put in a pile. Free, partly free, not free. And America, Canada, we're free. Good. But the most unfree countries were listed. Do you have any idea what the most unfree country would be?
Russia?
No.
Least free. Well, Iran has got to be in the
Oh, yeah. All those guys.
They didn't even make top 5.
Not
South
Pakistan or some shit?
South Africa's pretty shitty. They got a cement box that they used to put people in. Like, they killed a bunch of crazy people. South Africa's
not in
pretty
the
bad.
top 5.
Least, I would guess somewhere in the Middle East.
I would guess North Korea.
Oh, right. Then there's that, yeah.
But they're number 4, if you can believe that.
So who's worse than that?
Okay, number 5 is Turkmenistan.
That's not where... No, it's not.
They have a dictator. They have like a worshipy kind of dictator there, kind of like North Korea does. To be fair, North Korea is tied for the number 3 spot with Eritrea.
I don't know Eritrea.
It's on the Horn of Africa.
It's when she's behind you and she just
I know.
It's run by a dictator who allegedly funnels money to terrorists.
Okay. That's a bad. When you live there, it's bad. They don't have any good beaches or anything.
No, I'm sure they have great beaches.
Yeah. So how's it bad?
I think it's the brutal dictator part.
What about if I'm just on the beach in a tent? Maybe I've got a little Can-Am, you know what I mean? I'm cruising around.
Going to the beach is free. Sunscreen is outlawed.
Listen to some Eagles, maybe?
Step in some camel shit.
Wait, that's the beach? Place sucks. I'm not going there.
Number 2 is...
Oh, that beach is alright.
South Sudan. Which...
I would I would own a camel.
That
would be nice to... Hey, what the fuck? Sorry, Will.
Yeah.
What the fuck's up with all you idiot football people punching horses? You guys are fucking idiots. Football's fucking stupid. It comes across so fucking stupid on TV. All of you do. Fucking running into walls and shit. Fighting each other, punching horses.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. It's like a new thing. Punching horses. Eagle fan. Sorry, just outside looking in. You guys are stupid.
That has got to be
fucking
assault
game.
on a police officer, right? Are the horses regarded like the dogs as police officers? That's a dumb thing.
Yeah, saw a photo of one of the guys. Looked like the police roughed him up a little bit.
Oops. You mean they assisted him to the ground?
I don't know. But what a moron, huh?
Yeah, number 2 is South Sudan. It's the world's youngest country. They split off from Sudan in 2011.
And got worse.
War, dictatorship. And number 1, Syria, the most dangerous nation on the planet.
Why is that, Will?
Well, I mean, they've had civil war there for about 7 years, and the president won't relinquish his hold on the country.
Why don't we bomb him?
We did do that.
He must be pretty good at ducking some bombs then.
Is that where we dropped the mother of all bombs?
Wow.
That's what they called it?
And he ducked it.
I thought that was Baghdad.
That was
pretty good. Oh, maybe it was Baghdad.
Did you hear about the tsunami heading our way?
I think my wife said something about it. Not really. I was training.
That's not right. I mean, this was
what am I going to do?
Well, this is at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And they think a giant tsunami is heading towards the west coast in Hawaii.
It's the second time that it was a fake one, or is this a real one?
Well, there was a huge earthquake in Alaska, and they did actually evacuate part of Alaska during this event because they thought a tsunami was coming.
Yeah, and then what happened? It didn't come at all?
It didn't.
At all?
A buoy out in the water saw the, 39-foot wave or whatever it was, and
but it wasn't
detected it, but it didn't make it to the shore.
It just chilled
Petered
at
out.
Winston.
Yeah.
By the time it got to the shore of Alaska. Good thing that I would assume that nobody's on the shore of Alaska. Or are they? It's not like you're kicking back having a barbecue.
Right.
It's freezing, right?
Well, look, if there's...
Could be working on the docks, I guess.
If there's a giant wave that could hit British Columbia and Washington and Oregon and California and Hawaii, don't you think we should know about it at the time it's happening? This is 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm weighing getting woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning for nothing versus not knowing that there's a giant wave heading our way.
Wait, so did you wake up at 3 in the morning?
No.
Oh, okay.
Had no idea until I read about it.
Yeah, I don't see... I hear news reports about all these things, but I don't hear anybody really being that angry or that nervous whether it was real or not.
Yeah, like the
Hawaii thing,
missile
everyone was like,
alert.
yeah, you hear about that? Yeah, I heard about it. At the end.
Shouldn't we be pissed off about that?
I feel like if I was in Hawaii and I fucking, maybe ripped half my house down and grabbed my kid out of and drove in a car, but I don't think anybody did that. It's almost like if you did get one right now, none of us would leave.
Maybe that was a test to see what people would do.
I'm just saying, dude.
If they had 38 minutes.
I'm not leaving. What? I do radio.
What if you're in your? What if you're at a restaurant? What do you do? Sit there and finish your meal?
Yeah, I mean, I want to start drinking a lot.
What if? What if somebody did that? What if somebody's like, I've been clean and sober for 20 years, and a missile's coming, I'm going to drink a bottle of wine.
I'm sure that happened.
I'm sure it would have to.
Well, just in general, I think that we have a media that totally overreacts to everything because of ratings and just because that's kind of reflexively what they do now. And I tune everything out. Dude, I always use Katrina as an example. Katrina was 3 days in before I was like, wait, this is serious?
Yeah.
Because every week there's something that's the end of the world. And so
Yes.
I stopped paying attention to any of them.
It's the boy that cried wolf.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. 24 hours a day, you have the boy that cried wolf on television. So it's hard to know what's really concerning and what's not. It's hard to get the truth anymore. Really. Honestly. Anyhow, in other news,
so did Canada get a wave?
No, nobody did.
Okay.
Nobody got a wave. A man in Missouri went home after he had a few drinks, only to find
A crocodile. Right, an alligator.
an intruder at his house.
An alligator.
Thinking quick on his feet, he got the intruder into a chokehold.
It was his wife.
No. He dialed 911 and said, I got this guy in a chokehold.
It's a child. He killed a kid.
No. When the police arrived, nobody was there.
He choked a ghost.
No.
Sasquatch.
Nah. A little bit later, police found him down the street.
Dead.
No, but the intruder was dead.
Naked with one arm in his hand.
No. The intruder was dead because this guy, after having a few drinks, had gone into the wrong house.
And when he went into the wrong house, that guy killed him.
He thought he was killing an intruder when in actuality
he was killing a drunk man.
Yeah, this asshole changed all the shit on the walls.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So he thought there was a burglar, but it was just a homeowner, relaxing, maybe watching Netflix or something.
Yeah.
And he comes home.
More like Netflix and kill.
He should have tapped.
Yeah, I guess so. They've charged him with first-degree involuntary manslaughter.
That's not fucking fair.
Well, he didn't want to kill the guy.
Unless this is all a big setup and he was like, hey, Jimmy, come over for a couple beers. And then Jimmy came in and he jumped on Jimmy's back and choked him until he died. Purposely setting him up.
Well, he died to set the guy up for murder charges. That's pretty harsh.
No, the guy that murdered...
Oh, okay.
This is all a big setup.
Ah.
He planned on murdering him. Said to him...
Gets a lesser charge this way.
Yeah, well, no, he was planning on getting completely away with it. But the police have caught onto it a little bit here. That's my opinion anyway. You fucking came into the
What's
wrong house.
really
Your
going
neighbor.
on?
What kind of house was it? Like a little van, right?
No, it's a house.
It wasn't like two vans next to each
No,
other by the
no,
river?
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
it's a real house.
Okay. I just
But that's
pictured
just-
it to be a different scenario.
Can you imagine waking up from your drunken stupor and thinking that you've got an intruder, and instead you've killed your neighbor?
No, I cannot imagine
terrible.
that.
Well, what I can relate to is waking up in the morning and going, "Oh my god, what did I do last night?" But it's usually like either, "No, dude, you were totally acting normal," or "Yeah, dude, you were a complete fucking asshole."
Right.
It's never been, "You killed your neighbor."
Right. Speaking of drugs and alcohol, a New York City taxi driver was pulled over yesterday, and police found 10 pounds of meth in the taxi.
Yeah.
That's a lot of meth.
Yeah, but the hours those guys work.
Yeah, and you got to smoke a lot to stay up. It doesn't just like.
The more you use, Will, obviously you understand that the more you need for it to do anything at all.
Yeah, and all your friends like it.
Every time he stops to buy more meth, he loses money.
Yeah.
That's like
It's a party.
$800,000 worth of meth. It's almost $1 million worth of meth.
Think about how high you could get.
Really high.
Right?
I'm just thinking it's Uber's fault.
What?
What else are these taxi drivers going to do for money?
Oh, I don't
drive Uber.
I don't feel exactly.
Yeah. The Wall Street Journal is reporting flu season continues to worsen. The number of people sick with the flu is continuing to climb. Transmission is now the most intense it's been since they had what they called a pandemic in 2009.
Oh yeah, who can forget that?
That's why I licked the wall in my dog's ass.
They thought it was peaking, but it's continuing to climb.
Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it, or maybe it's an earthquake. Either way, we're gonna die. You know.
Missile, you
Yeah.
never know what's gonna come.
What do you do? What do you do today?
You
Do
get
I
flu
quit?
Shot. So then you just worry
Go to the
about
Bahamas,
missile,
man.
The wave.
Here
whatever.
comes the wave.
But worse than
Oi.
the flu. How about getting Black Death? That is sweeping through Madagascar. Now a school.
Where's
cook.
Madagascar again?
It is a
So
little
it's a cartoon.
island.
Yeah.
It's
Everything's off the coast of Madagascar.
It's off the coast of Africa. It's
Oh.
you know, where you find lemurs and weird animals and
Right,
stuff.
so maybe it's a lemur disease.
Could be, but the thing is, it was a cook at the school
Of Madagascar?
who had
I don't know why anybody lives in Madagascar. You're already fucked. Africa's pretty bad. I'm looking at Mozambique, not fun. Zimbabwe, not fun. Botswana, bad times. And then you got this island over there. It's like, how about you just let the fucking the
lemurs.
lemurs run that area, and you just fuck off, because you don't know how to do it. Wait, is that it?
It looks very nice.
That place is beautiful, but you've got to go. You can't survive there. I say, like, Tarzan goes, like, roar, it makes all the animals come and eat those people. Wait, go back. Was that a fucking photo of Madagascar? That clear water right there? Wait, why is there, like, fences and shit in it? Why is there fences? What is that, some sort of tourist attraction?
I would imagine so.
I love so if you're a fucking giant asshole tourist, you get to like hang out and live rich on the coast of this shore where everyone else is just fucked, eating lemur dicks for lunch.
Right. There's two ways to look at that though, because I was thinking about in Bali, dude. I think 80 or 85% of the economy is tourism. Think about it. There is no other job other than tourism, so you do feel kind of shitty to be like, you know, walking around slapping people with dollar bills. But on the other hand, if the tourists left, what the fuck would happen?
Right. Exactly. Well, I mean,
I don't want to go there. It looks suspicious, guys. So I don't think we should go.
They have the Black Death going on, so you might not want to go
Right. Well,
now.
you can't. I couldn't see the Black Death in those photos,
Right.
but if anyone is still listening to the program, I don't reckon you go to Madagascar just on principle, even if they cure the Black Death.
But it's right next to Somalia. You
But the
could
good
visit
news is,
Somalia and Ethiopia.
doesn't it stay there, or are they allowing fuckers to come over?
Well, look, the concern of
They
this
need to build a
story
wall.
is that it was a school cook. So this person's preparing food for children, and they've got the Black Death.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, at least we only have the flu to worry about. Black Death, by the way, spreads through coughing, sneezing, spitting, and through contact with fluid.
Looks like a beautiful place to go. I'm confused. I got a vacation thing I'm supposed to do before I get fired.
Just
And
get
I'm
your
like,
Black Death shot.
I don't... Wait. Hey, Katie. Let's go to the Black Death Island.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was thinking about maybe just staying here and keeping it American.
Keep it great.
It's kind of what I've been, man. That's... I don't like...
This is a great place to visit.
No, it's a great place to live.
America's... But if you're even also to vacation, America's got so much shit. America's got everything.
Yeah, totally. Grand Canyon. Disney. CBS 47 Action News reports from Jacksonville, Florida. A school there is apologizing to parents after a song was played in an elementary school dance.
Too drunk to fuck.
And now, to his surprise,
Dead Kennedys.
Andrew will read the lyrics to Gucci Gang by Lil Pump. This is a song played at the elementary school dance.
Okay,
Poetry
I might have
reading
just
by
become a fucking Gucci... What's this guy's name?
Lil Pump.
I might be into Little Bump. I mean, that's timeless advice there.
Mm-hmm. Especially the part about tutoring.
Yeah, nah.
I don't get that.
Fucking
I think it's tutoring.
Yeah, I know, but when you fuck her, it's tutory.
Excuse me.
I don't know. Here it is.
Oh no! I don't need to hear this fucking moron.
Poetry was enough.
Yeah, no. I got Instagram. I don't know how much longer I got any of this anymore, but I got photo. I see photos of all these fuckers.
Yeah, especially Lil Pump. That's where he comes from.
I think it's funny how everyone's all little these days. It's all these teeny little bitches
I'm gonna
talking
be
hard.
Big Ol' Pump.
I think Haiti invented that.
Everybody has the dread with the dye in it now, huh?
Yeah, and the grill and the...
Everybody though.
I say Haiti, I meant Jamaica. So, I mean, we just say this all the time. This shit would have happened a couple years ago and they go, oops, my bad, and maybe somebody would get like a suspended, like an adult for a period of time, and it would be a little scandal in your town, but then it goes on Facebook and then the news is bored and needs something to talk about. It's just like, it's ridiculous. Somebody played a popular song that's inappropriate for children to dance. The end. Who cares?
Number one, it was a volunteer person DJing. So this person volunteered their time.
And the kids love this song. My kids know this song. They don't... Yeah. Yeah, see, there you go. Child number one just fucking reined in on it.
Everybody, look at how big his bags of weed are.
They're eating candy.
Very successful.
In a school for the video.
He made the weed like a phone and he called it.
So they're guilty. So basically, what happened here?
That's cool. I
I'm
like
having
that.
flashbacks of Beavis and Butthead right now.
So what they're guilty of is playing a song the kids actually like at their dance.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
One parent, to just firm up your theory, Tully, one parent was quoted as saying, "I seen the video on Facebook and I was like, wow."
What? Oh, okay.
So yeah, came out of Facebook.
Well,
wait, it's Tucci Gang? Oh.
CBS
White
Los
people.
Angeles, speaking of schools, is reporting that Carthay Center Elementary, which is about 200 yards from here, a construction worker was walking by there and noticed something a little out of the ordinary in the playground.
Penguin.
No.
You see that penguin come out of the water and land on the dude's dinghy, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And then he just jumps back into the ocean and goes away.
Talks?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, I mean, that's what I
with his
heard.
eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He doesn't have lips, bitch.
Well, at this elementary school that's right next to our building, a construction worker was walking by. He noticed that the PE teacher had stripped down nude and chased the 2nd and 5th graders around on the
Oh my
school
goodness.
grounds. Yeah,
That's hilarious. I saw the news story. I didn't realize that was, my kids played on that playground before. Hilarious.
hey, it's a way to get kids to exercise.
Oh, whatever. One lady got a little,
It was a man.
Whatever. He's stressed out and he's probably taking some prescription meds he shouldn't be taking, and he did something stupid and he won't work there anymore, and who cares?
Catherine would
Kids will be fine.
just send me a video of a guy pooping in a guy's mouth, but the guy, and he's like, see, that's eating it. Sorry to go back to yesterday if you didn't listen to the show yesterday, but he's not swallowing it, so I still don't believe it. I'm sure he put the poo in his mouth and he tilted to the side and spat it out. I still don't have video of a man eating poo, Catherwood. Nice try. Back to you, Will.
Camera tricks.
Yeah. He like had it in his mouth. He's not swallowing it. But how cute is that penguin? Hey,
He jumps.
he doesn't know
Up on the boat.
he doesn't know who you guys are, and he
It's
just
like-
risks his life.
What
You guys doing? You guys got a boat?
That's
Cool.
cool.
Well, I live in the fucking North Pole. I'm gonna go see Santa. Peace.
See y'all later. There.
Cool, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Uh,
That's an awesome experience.
I wish I could go so fast in the water that I could fly out of the water and land on my feet on the ground.
It's pretty impressive to not have to push off of anything.
You know? Like, fuck, that's cool.
You've seen the penguins and their chemtrails.
What?
When they're flying around underwater
Yes?
and they're pooping at the same time.
Oh,
it's
no.
Like a little
They do poo
smoke,
tornadoes.
yeah, they could write words with it and stuff. If
No, they
were a
don't.
little smarter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're not that smart, are they?
They're birds.
What about king penguins? I had a conversation with a king penguin in a zoo. He was pretty bummed out. But he was taller than everybody else, and yeah, that meant a lot to him.
Was that one of those eye conversations?
Mm-hmm.
Mind melding.
Yeah.
So you're in the hospital,
No.
and your wife is laying there having a baby.
Oh.
What do you do?
Run! Now's your chance. You could probably get to the airport before she could get up.
I'll be at the bar. Call me if it's a boy.
Hell yeah!
Well,
Don't call me if it's a girl.
a lot of times what people will do is
Jokes.
hold the hand of their...
Oh yeah, I did the full thing. I was there, did the whole thing.
You hold
full
hands?
support, yeah.
Well, apparently, a new study, Colorado University Boulder, says that does ease pain in childbirth.
That's what I do.
Actually.
I know. That's what I do. I take the pain. I take the pain from the person and put it in me.
You know, there's a lot to that human contact thing.
Yes, I
You
know.
people live longer when they have human contact.
That's
feel
right.
less pain.
Yeah, bitches always want to hug.
You should always touch people is what I'm thinking here.
I'm always touching people.
Louie Anderson's a hugger.
If anyone's listening,
Yes.
fucking touch the fuck out of you. What's up?
In sad news, in Montgomery, Alabama, residents gathered for a candlelight vigil and to share their memories of a Taco Bell that burned down last week.
Yeah, well, they should have set fire to them as well. Or at least pushed them in. Fucking miserable bastards.
It just...
Fuck Taco Bell. The fuck is wrong with you? Your lives have been saved. I get that, though. That's kind of like everybody bummed out about like all the drunks around the pub that's on fire.
But it's a Taco Bell.
What? Hey, fucking, he was just in here, Louis, saying, you know, food can be like alcohol, just as important.
Okay.
Catherine would text me, does a guy eating his own shit count? No! It's like eating a booger from your own nose. People do that secretly, like, for fun. They do it, like, for pleasure. Eat another man's booger, and then come talk to me. You know, I did that.
I've seen it. Live
That was when I
action
wanted to be famous.
I'll even
Look
eat
at
a
me.
booger.
Yeah, no. Oh, I'm on the BAM show.
I'll eat a booger.
You went to rehab again, right?
I don't know. I know he had some issues.
Yes, he did.
Did he? All right. The King of Beers,
All the best to
speaking of
him.
which, is no longer the King of Beers.
Now it's Miller.
In the U.S., Budweiser is no
Burger
longer
King.
one of the 3 most popular beers in the United States.
It's
Coors.
Coors.
Miller Lite.
You got number 1 and 3. Coors is number 1. 3 is Miller Lite.
Amstel.
2 is Bud Light.
Oh.
Oh, well, so Bud's still the king.
Whatever.
4 is
just like-
Budweiser. 5 is Corona Extra.
Oh.
6.
What's extra?
Michelob
What do they put in
Ultra.
there?
7, Modelo Especial.
Well, wait till the UFC pumps it up for a year, then they'll be on top.
Why is this happening?
Because there's a lot of Mexicans here?
No, craft beers, mostly.
Oh. Well, that's why Modelo's so big.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's white people who drink Modelo, but I think the more people who are, like, from Mexico or in Mexican families, that Modelo's just like their bud.
Right.
Dude, I went to buy a 6-pack yesterday in the craft beer section at Ralph's, which is like they're still gigantic, all made by Budweiser, bullshit things. You cannot find a beer anymore that is not a pale ale or an IPA.
What's an IPA?
India Pale Ale.
This one's got real bad aftertaste.
Oh, good.
I don't like them.
Sounds great.
They're really popular, but like they don't make beer anymore that's fancy beer that's not, I don't know. Congratulations, IPA lovers. I hope that's enough for you now.
That's why I sniff glue. Because that shit stays the same, you know? I maintain an even high, and I never, have any after, like, I don't like indigestion or like any like beer burps and stuff. My glue is just clean.
Does the little orange nozzle ever get stuck in your nose?
No. I use like a bowl, and I put all the glue in the bowl, and I just put my head in there, and then I'm like an astronaut flying in my own mind.
Good news and bad news, and what TV shows have been renewed or canceled for 2018. Now, a lot of this information's old, but I ran across an updated list of, what's going on with all the television shows, alphabetical order, starting with numbers. Two Broke Girls was canceled.
Don't know what that is, but suck a dick.
Girls? You know Two Broke Girls.
Nah.
We've seen little pieces of it on this show before.
We tried to all watch it one night.
Yes! As an assignment, it's like two waitress girls, and they work at a restaurant, and they're trying to start cupcakes or something.
Oh, yeah, I remember the photo of those girls.
Yeah.
I remember there was a very funny Chinese man.
Yes.
Who's the girl in the black hair? I like her.
She Kit something or other, or is that the other one?
You're thinking of the girl who was in...
Kat Dennings.
Well, whatever. They did, it must have been fun. I'm sure they'll be back in other stuff there. I'm sure they're very talented.
The show that my brother writes is in its last season, Adventure Time. Ballers with Rob Corddry, that is renewed through the 4th season.
Yeah!
Baskets with Louie Anderson.
Ballers!
That's renewed through the 3rd season. Billions with Mullen Ackerman. That's renewed. Divorce renewed. Game of Thrones, House of Cards is not... this is going to be the final season. I don't know why. But Master of None will have a 2nd season with Aziz Ansari. And Vikings is renewed through season 6.
Yeah, I've been watching that, and I feel like maybe there's been enough time. Ragnar's gone where I almost don't remember that Ragnar should be there ripping, but it's actually kind of. I guess my only problem is commercials and I just want give it to me.
You need the hopper.
I just want the whole thing. Am I gonna do a commercial again right now?
No. You can just tell. You just talk to it, Jason.
No. Okay.
Man, everybody's talking to Alexa. I just visited a bunch of people, and everybody talks to Alexa now.
I
think that was like the Christmas gift, I gather.
It was cheap, and some people got it for free. You can get the Alexa for free when you... Never mind. Peter Jackson is working on a cool project.
Cigarettes.
No. He's the guy that made Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember Real Bad, that movie Real Bad? No, Bad Taste. Yeah, first movie he ever did.
I don't...
Bad Taste?
Something like Bad Taste, yeah.
It's very funny.
He did a couple of real low-budget gross-out things in the beginning. Meet the Feebles is another one.
I feel like The Woods one was better.
Bad Taste.
Bad Taste.
Yeah. Great movie if anybody wants to catch a great movie that's just stupid and awesome.
He has done what they're calling a dramatic restoration and colorization of footage from the First World War. And from what people are saying about it, it looks like high-definition video that was shot yesterday.
Son of a bitch.
Where you can, see the details of people's faces and stuff. And he said that's the thing that stands out to him the most.
Yeah.
Are the faces of the people. You can really see some humanity in there.
So whose faces? Blurry, yeah, because I can't understand it.
Right.
I'm from the future. I don't understand black and white.
I have seen some photos of it, but I haven't seen any footage. But they say it looks like it was shot on a high-definition camera. And
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Who stars in it?
fascinating, and some of the footage has never been seen before. Oh, there's an example right there of what they've done.
Holy McShitballs!
Yeah.
So they just gone through frame by frame of stuff and colorized it? Because there's like a Reddit page that's just colorized history, and it's awesome.
Fucking genius.
But that's just, those are, like still photos.
And you can watch, the
Fuck,
World
did he
War
do
II in
that?
color.
Right. So what he's just gonna put out? Is this
It's going to be on the BBC. It's going to be shown in schools in the UK, and of course, it will eventually make its way here. I'd like to see that, though. I think that would be an interesting.
I agree.
When Marlon Jackson arrived at his Delta
that?
Flight row, it's just a guy named Marlon Jackson.
Remember there was a Jackson 5? He was the 6th.
I know, right?
He was going to San Diego from Atlanta. He the middle seat was already occupied by a giant dog. So
Wait, the dog was sitting on it?
On the middle seat, so he squeezed by them and got on the window seat, and that's when the dog attacked his face.
No.
The dog attacked his face for a full 30 seconds. He had to have 28 stitches.
No.
Scars that are still available.
Oh, he's getting
visible.
paid.
That was an emotional support animal. It's among thousands of incidents that have now pushed the nation's largest airline to tighten the rules for passengers flying with a service or comfort animal.
Good.
Delta said it flew 250,000 animals in those categories last year. That's an increase of 150% from 2015. And the biting and shitting incidents have doubled since 2016.
So crazy.
There's widespread perception among airlines and disability rights advocates that some flyers are fraudulently taking advantage of the federal law.
It's so crazy to have a support animal that potentially can attack somebody, and you put it on a plane.
A real support animal will not do that.
I won't even take.
A support animal is a properly trained animal that serves a function.
Yeah, I don't even take Chicky to lunch anymore because he looks at people's food.
The airlines are bound by federal law, the Air Carrier Access Act of 1986, which demands that they have to allow these animals on the flight.
But people have figured, obviously, the industry has sprung up where getting an emotional support license is about as difficult as getting a weed license.
Or it's really like getting a minister's license. You can just go on the internet and find one. And that's a shame because that puts people who actually need these animals in a bad position.
Yeah, no, good point.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, there's a picture of a duck.
And a turkey, too.
And a kangaroo.
I think the duck shit in the aisle was the big thing with the duck.
I just feel like if you need to bring your duck, you should drive. Because the duck, he was always there, Because he couldn't have been.
Look,
a pony?
Yeah. A Shetland pony, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Look, people actually need service animals to perform real functions. And
anyway, we all know what we should be doing. Who cares? If you're doing it, you're doing it. I don't know. I've never got on a plane and had to sit next to a Great Dane. I guess the day that happens will be the day that I'll talk about it. Right at this point. I don't understand. Like I said, if you have an animal that potentially can bite somebody, and it's just there in the plane, that's insane. I always thought there was I thought they were supposed to be in a cage.
Well, here's the thing.
What happened to that?
My kid got bitten on the face by a dog the other day. This is a nice dog. It doesn't bite people in general.
Yeah.
It just snapped and bit him.
Was your really, really handsome son?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Top of his nose all the way, and got him inside.
Is he ugly now?
Mouth. No. As it so happened, the dog owner was a plastic surgeon and sewed him up right there. Yeah, I know, it's insane. But you never know if an untrained animal, they're an animal. You don't know when they're going to go off. A trained animal, a properly trained animal, which all service animals are. Yes, exactly. You hardly bite in here professionally.
I've never bit anybody.
A properly trained service animal. Not an emotional support animal. Service animal. It won't bite anybody. It won't pee on the floor. Just saying. And that's all my news I've got for now. I do
Just
have
use a
some,
teddy bear that has like a cool song that it plays, and I don't know.
one of those robot cats.
You could have a robot cat. The airlines could have robot cats for you.
Right.
It's like if you ask for a vegan meal, then you know what I mean. If you ask for a robot cat, when you sit down, it's like you get your robot cat.
I'll have the chicken and the pasta with a robot cat.
No, the robot cat comes at the start of the flight because you're very anxious about taking off, obviously. So you would be given one,
Robot cats for everybody.
or maybe a robot cat section.
There you go. Like a smoking section,
Mm-hmm.
but for robot cats.
Mm-hmm. Everybody back here has a robot cat. Then you could share robot cats.
I don't have any more news.
What's better than one robot cat?
2 robot cats?
Yeah, 5.
I do have some wolf knife names if you want to. If you
I'm
have
ready.
time, I don't know what your schedule is.
I've got to go, but seriously,
Okay,
let's do this.
Okay. All right. The first guy on the list is John Hutchinson.
Michael, jerk off, kill myself. Insects. Nah. Jerk off, comes whole face. No.
Why?
What? Cat clit. Can you stop writing, Andrew, and just let us chill?
Clit cat. Snap me off a piece.
Wow. Okay, clit cat.
All right. Next on the list, Brian Orr, who's a Canadian truck driver.
Are there a lot of people with that last name in Canada who drive trucks, or is this guy signed up like 11 times?
Yeah, it's the same guy. Or what?
Mud. No. Cave. Beady.
Beady Copper.
Sluggo. Cold.
Copper slug.
It's not my fault. Go to the next one.
All right, Cody Dalton. Is French. I can't say it. Can you say it, Tully?
Roulette
Oulette
would be my guess.
is a welder. Hot pants.
Cody No Cum. No.
Cody.
What, is that good? Cody No Cum.
There you go.
Could be worse.
Mike Anderson is a cell phone tower worker.
Cell phone tower worker. That means up on a tower, right? He can fall off and shit.
Yeah, he's high.
He's not afraid of heights, right?
Right.
All right. Brick tits. Brick tits.
Brick tits. And finally going back to Brian or Canadian truck driver.
Goose? Goose what?
I was thinking goose sauce, but what am I thinking? I was goose syrup.
Goose syrup!
Goose syrup!
Yeah, there it is.
There we go. There you go. Clit Cat, Goose Syrup, Cody Newcomb, and Brick Tits, New Wolf Knife.
Shout out to those guys.
All right.
That was a cool name. I like those. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
I hope Louie comes back. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I know. You know, the mic was fucking with him the whole time, though. Louie, it was doing the thing.
Oh,
where,
yeah. I had a hard time getting that set, too.
Just gotta tighten the top thing.
Yeah, like he's probably totally roll with it, but I kept just coming
It's
in
not.
on it.
It's the.
It's just it's not supposed to be at that angle. Like I know it can be made to work at that angle, but it's not meant to work from that angle.
Maybe the desk needs to be moved back.
Okay.
So that then it doesn't have to be on such a crazy angle.
Yeah, I can also see if the liner has some.
Well, probably in a perfect world, I'm sure we discussed this at the time. Probably in a perfect world, it would just come from here, so it's going straight.
Yeah.
Then I know we've discussed this before. I don't remember suggesting that exactly, but there has to be. That must not work because that's such an obvious. Just go straight that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in terms of
Suck a butt, or
I think
yeah,
you need
let's try and solve that. It's too much, huh?
to be able to like allow some movement for guests to.
I mean, if that dude is struggling, then that means that that's. I mean, there should be a better. I mean, I don't think moving it back wouldn't be that bad anyway. I can't get past Tully anymore. It's like, the fuck. Just a little bit. And then maybe just get different mic stands. Maybe. I mean, I don't feel like mine are that good. You know, I think the one in the old studio was better.
I'd wonder if they'd want to do that with the move. Within the
Right.
sphere.
Yeah.
Is this true? Did Stormy Daniels really say that Trump's dick looks like Alp's nose?
I've not seen that.
Oh my Christ. If that's true.
You. Impression. Oh, yeah.
Shakira could face jail time
For what?
tax evasion.
A lot of those soccer players that she's married to have that problem.
Did you see his news that Sal's father passed away?
Blake Orr. That's another Canadian name. Maybe Blake or something, but Blake and Brian, I've seen those names a million times.
Twitch put a fucking a mom on blast on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I guess she blogged about him, calling him an asshat and moto dude or whatever. Something about how he zooms around, and then he busted her parking somewhere. Practice what you preach, bitch, and call her bitch. Like, he said a different way.
I missed the whatever happened on Jude's video, but there's something going on with some like 14-year-old girl. Like she started trolling him while he was doing a live Instagram, and then
I get it. Me and Tiger did it once. We clicked on someone who wanted to go on there, and it was like some 12-year-old Russian dude who just said like "fuck" and "butt" and like tried to show his naked ass on the camera, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, this, don't get angry at anybody out there. They're just bitches, like little kids.
Maybe come back and mention the impression.
Yep.
Then due to my fucked.
Yep.
Is anyone gonna come here and fuck my huge box?
We should totally.
Your shot at fun prizes and radio glory with the Ellisfam Impressions Game, which looks like it is going to be happening here in our Los Angeles studio in about 2 weeks.
Yep, about 2 weeks. It's gonna be big. Cash prizes up to 100 million rubles.
Yeah, so if you you don't need to send us a video of you doing an impression, just we'd rather be surprised, to be honest. If you think you've got what it takes, or if you know you don't have what it takes but you still want to try anyway, we would love to hear from you. Let us know if you can come by the studio. We're looking at Friday, February 9th.
The only thing I would ask is that you are, you know, a listener of the show that really knows the show. That way, you don't have to be good at impressions. You just have to really give it a go. That's all we ask, is to dig as hard, as deep as you can, and try to come out with an impression with no prior expertise in this. That's that. And we need a serious game, serious competitors. And I know from Ellis Manias that there's tons of Ellis fam that are willing to do it. So sign up.
Yep, submit to ellis@gmail.com. Let us know if you want to come by.
I got tons of free shit too. Tons and tons of free shit. I'm gonna call Dave after the show and be like, Dave, guess what? You have to give us tons of free shit too. He's gonna be super pumped.
Yeah. He's gonna. He loves that.
Yep.
Whoa! All right. Looks like our game has begun. You heard?
Who did that? Hey.
Dude, Am I Fucked is the latest Dude segment we are rolling out. Pretty self-explanatory. If you are in a bad situation or fear that you might be about to slip into a bad situation, give us a call, 855-ELLIS-41. We'll let you know if there's a way out of your predicament. We'll tell you what that way is, and if there is not, we'll just let you know that you are indeed fucked. What would be examples of this? Like maybe you cheated on your significant other and you haven't gotten caught yet and you're trying to not get caught. Maybe you cheated and you have gotten caught and you're trying to figure out if you can talk your way out of the termination of that relationship. Maybe you got a work situation. Maybe you recently lost your foot.
There you go. If you've recently lost your foot, you could say to yourself, "Am I fucked?"
Right.
You could even call 855 Ellis41 and say,
Yeah, at 855 Ellis41.
That's fucking awesome.
Like, you might have thought Bill Cosby was fucked.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
But he's not. He's back. He's doing
Yep,
stand-up again.
I know.
So it's like, you know, if the charges don't stick.
Yeah, you must have quit.
That's right.
Oh!
If you're gonna drop things in ladies' drinks, make sure you did it 20 years ago.
Dan.
Oh, I sound great. We both sound great.
Supposed to tell you. Hey, Dan.
It's not looking good for you so far, Dan, but do you think you might be fucked? How so?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you said you tried to leave her, and she said no, and now you cannot leave her. So you are imprisoned, and she owns you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's a shame. They never tell you that when you get into a relationship. If the other person won't let you break up with them, you just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, so... Right. Which means you can't escape. You're fucked.
Well, it sounds like you've been dating somebody for months that by your own admission you have no feelings for whatsoever, so I kind of agree that you do seem a bit emotionally detached.
Yeah, you have no emotional feelings, but you're not allowed to leave her. I mean, you're the definition of why we started this segment. And I'm gonna kill your phone. You're fucked.
Turn your radio down and give us a call at 855 Ellis41.
Will, do you have any questions? Yeah, but you don't know. I mean, like, you have an example? Okay.
Smooth sailing for the Willmeister?
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny you say that, because I would say no, but if you were asking, I would say you're fucked. Yeah. I would say you and I are fucked.
Is it bad if your boss won't talk to you? Like, usually it's worse if they do talk to you.
Is it? Man, I would disagree with that. Wait, what? Man, if my boss didn't talk to me, I would definitely prefer that he talk to me. I don't have a boss that talks to me, and that's the bad time. I don't have a boss that doesn't talk to me either.
I've had bosses that are very, very hard to get FaceTime interaction
Oh,
with.
yeah.
Right. But it doesn't mean that I'm fucked. It just means that I don't matter to them. But you cannot matter in your job for a very, very long time and just totter along. I've made a career of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of people have that plan, but, you know, not everybody. I like talking to them.
I like talking to bosses,
I
too.
don't mind if they yell at me. It means that they care. I'm kind of in the call and yell all you want. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, I actually would. I think that because we're out here, I don't talk to bosses nearly as much as I would like to.
Anyway. Oh, fuck, that's... My ears are fucked. That thing is so loud at the start. What is that? Mike! Mike! But I mean, you don't want to marry her, but you still got to have feelings for her, right? No, but I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is don't. Yeah, but let me finish. You got enough feelings for her to tell her that you're not gonna stay with her. You owe her that, don't you? So you're not. So you're kind of not fucked at all, because all you have to do is just tell her how you really feel, and then that's the end of it. Yeah, but listen. What? Yes, you would hurt her, but if you stay and lie, you hurt her more. So you're hurting her more if you stay with her. So really, the real answer is you are more scared about getting in trouble telling her than hurting her for the rest of her life.
Right,
Wow.
so you like getting
romantic at heart, I see.
Yeah, so you like having sex and getting your laundry done, and you feel like you've quieted your conscience enough by telling her, "Hey, look, this isn't going anywhere." Even though we all know damn well that she did not hear that or internalize that when you said that to her. So the answer is she's kind of fucked because she is sort of doing this to herself. You're an asshole, obviously, if you string her along.
That's not the segment,
that's
Michael.
Not the same as being fucked.
This is dude in my fucked. Yeah, you're not fucked.
If she wants to give us a call, though.
Yeah, another segment. All right. Dylan! What are we doing right now? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yep. No, you're fine.
Hell's Angels are pussies now.
What? Oh, wow. I mean, you say that, I don't say that. You're not. It's just a fight. You didn't act like you hit a bouncer. He's not a Hell's Angel. He just works there. And street fight scraps are okay. I mean, you didn't steal anything from there, right? Right. Yeah, you're just a drunk guy that got in a fight. You're fine. I mean, I wouldn't go back there. Yeah. Yeah, because the bouncers will beat you up, but yeah, there's no bikies coming to your house or anything. You're in the clear. Yeah. All right.
I'm not saying they're not bad or anything, but I feel like they've sort of been coasting on a reputation they established a long time ago.
All right. Let's see. Well, who's that guy said you agree all the time? Or whatever. We completely disagree. So whatever. Was it Todd? I don't know.
Todd who? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think it was Todd, yeah.
Evan!
Yes, that's me. Hello?
Yep, welcome to Dude, Am I Fucked?
Alright, here I am.
I think his phone is fucked.
Hey, Will, can you come in here? Hey, Justin, welcome to Dude, Am I Fucked? Good, how you doing? You're gonna get. She keeps saying she wants to get a divorce more and more. When she says it, do you feel like lately when she says it that it seems like maybe she really means it?
Oh, wow.
Right. Do you think that you have not been like holding up your end of the deal lately? Wait, okay, so you're one of those guys, so you work, so then you need everything to be set for you when you get home? Right, so when you work, you come home to an immaculate house, everything is clean and everything is all set up. So she does have a job. She does do it. She does. Right, and you don't appreciate it because you just proved it right there. You think that she's anal is what you would call her cleaning the house. Right. Yeah, but dude, you can't say it. She can say it. It's like I can say I'm fat, but don't you tell me I'm fat, okay? And it's the same as that. It's you need to learn how to be more understanding of women. You need to be more on the flattering, not so fuck. Don't be such a dude. Don't be like duding it up all the time, and she's talking about anal or fucking I can't, complain about this or that. Fucking I work all day. You can't, you make it a pissing contest. You work all day, so what? So now, do you want her to go to work so when you come home she's not there? Right. So I would try to butter her up and to say how appreciative you are of her cleaning the house instead of calling it anal. I know she says it, but if you're like, man, I could not be fucked doing this. Thank you for doing this, or thank you for dinner. If you think any of this advice is funny, you're fucked. All right.
Okay.
How did he get married in the first place?
First of all, I was gonna say no. The answer to the question. No, you're not fucked, because if she wants a divorce, then you should be divorced, and so just work that out. But
he's only fucked if he wants to stay married, because he's getting divorced.
And yeah, exactly.
Well, that's not true. He could save it.
He could, but is he?
Well, I feel like if you don't even think that you have a problem, and if somebody explains your potential problem, and you still can't see it, then yeah, you're done. I just feel like if someone's like, hey, I want to break up with you because of the way you are, and you're like, wait, what is it? And you were unaware, and you're willing to make some changes, and you both go to therapy, it's been proven several times that can work. You don't just like, you fucking it's over.
But if you say you should appreciate these things that this person does, and his thought is, so I should butter her up, then that's a problem.
You're right. Yeah, if I was his wife, I'd be like, oh, man. But, dudes change. Things, I don't know, people say people don't change, but I don't know, I feel like lights turn on with age. Sometimes I think of things now that I just know I wouldn't have thought of. So I don't think I'm not a completely different person, but I think I'm more aware of my surroundings, and I become more aware of them with every 10 years or so, I think. I don't know. So I don't think it's over.
True.
Yeah, he sounded really young. Like he sounded, and when I say he sounded young in his brain, and I believe that there are people out there that have young, immature brains that can grow later on. Sort of like not everybody is a certain height when they're fucking 14 years age. Some people grow later or earlier. I really believe that. I really believe that you can teach an old dog new tricks. I don't believe in any. Some of those tales were told for a reason, but some rules were made to be broken. You can learn new shit. People can change. People can grow. People can see that the bad that they've done in life and make changes. I believe that I've seen people do that. I mean, unless all those people in AA were lying.
It's so much better if you learn it the easy way than the hard way too. You're gonna learn.
Well, some people don't need to learn the hard way.
I know. I'm saying that.
I think people that learn the hard way needed to learn the hard way.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I feel like maybe you didn't get the memo the first 7 times because it wasn't delivered to you so hard.
Right.
I feel like some people, like maybe this guy next to me, might have got the memo the first mediocre note that was given to him.
Right.
You and I were like, poof, poof, over the head with bricks.
Totally.
Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to catch on that might not be the way to do it.
Right. No, there's definitely some lessons to be learned by getting hit over the head with an anvil.
Josh! Are you fucked? Well, I'm just happy.
This is after all due to my fucked.
I'm just happy you can understand me. How old are you, Josh? How old was she? And how many people do you think she slept with? I'm just saying, you're talking to a guy. I mean, how many things have my... oh, man. My dick looks great.
Well, the good news is...
I'm telling you, man, you are so fine. It's ludicrous. You're so in the clear. It's. I mean, you're 19, so I'm allowed to have this conversation. But that's, you mean, you're banging an 18-year-old. I don't even want to say the sentence. It's weird to say the sentence, but you're doing that thing that you did with her. We're good. We're good. You're so good. 18-year-old, you're good. I mean, she wasn't a prostitute, right? Was she addicted to heroin? Right. Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll be a herpes sufferer, but you probably won't be the father.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's really the thing. That's the most important thing to worry about is you could impregnate somebody that way.
Nah, you can't make babies when you're 18.
Oh, are
Everybody
you
knows
kidding
that.
me?
You're fine,
never
dude.
Happened. 16, yes. 18, no.
Yeah, that's the window.
Right.
All right, good luck. Yeah.
I was nervous the first time, you know. I'm dead. Oh my God, is it pregnant? STD. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I fucked when I was... Oh, I did. I fucked when I was too young to know that you could make a baby or get the STD. Right. No, I knew you could make a baby for sure. Jesse! Are you fucked? Hey. Let's see. Are you going to go to the AVNs? Okay. Well, then maybe you'll be okay. Can't you just have the meetings and then get back in the car? Are you pretty? Are you pretty? Said that with conviction. No, I know, but I'm just trying to. I'm like, hey, Kevin, do you want to fly with her as an escort and not let her drink? I mean, are you in LA?
No.
Well, can you not drink until you get to Vegas? Can you do that at least? So you just need someone to hang out with you for 3 hours and not let you drink. I mean, I'm scared because you're real pretty, but I could tell Ellisfam to, like, somebody from Ellisfam could meet her and hang out.
Trusted Ellisfam member.
If you try to drink, Shantane will beat you up.
Yeah, I can have some girls come to wherever you're going to be and hang out with you.
Let's get her info.
Let me, I'll put you on hold and get your info, okay? All right. See you, Jess.
That would be helpful because everywhere you go, the hotel room, the casino, drinks.
Ellisfam in Vegas. If you're listening, anybody in Vegas this weekend who's got a couple hours to watch a pretty girl and not let her drink it, not try to finger her mouth or anything either. What? You got to say that these days, you know?
Apparently.
Apparently people will finger your mouth.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, you need to start asking permission when you fish hook people, Will.
I'm moving my fish hook finger towards your mouth. Is that okay?
Did you have an app for consent now? Makes so much sense.
I know, right?
But what are you going to do? Like, if you decide to change your mind in the middle of it?
You could get it. You could
Oh,
pull
can
out
I
and
borrow
touch
my
the
phone?
app.
Yeah.
Everyone loves my
I'm pretty sure people fuck while they look at their phone at the same time anyway. So
Everyone's talking about
it. Right there.
Right.
That's how I fuck. On the phone. It slows me down. The ejaculate, I mean.
It used to be Johnny Carson.
I used to come super quick, and now I go on Instagram. And I hammer it out for hours. And leave some of the sweetest hashtags known to man.
Oh, God.
Hashtag fucking kill me. Mark! Are you fucked? Right. Yep. Wait, 10 years, did she always have those warts? Oh. Oh, you are not the father. Yeah. She's fucked. She's fucked. She's fucked. She's fucked.
Are you also the father of human children? Oh.
Do they have what?
Okay.
Man, I don't know why it has to be man. If you got STD from your wife and she cheated on you and you find out, then that's the fucking end of it. Unless you want to go to therapy and figure it out. Fucking kids schmids. Like, what do you mean nothing like that? She got fucking genital warts and gave them to you. No, and you know that.
Maybe.
My only question would be, can you get warts on your butt and in your pussy from a toilet seat?
That's what I was gonna say. She probably.
I'm trying to help her. But can you?
Swimming pool.
But let's be serious. Did she? Yeah. Stop doing that to yourself. If you were faithful, if you were loyal for 10 years in her entire relationship, don't bring up the past anymore. Because you didn't do anything bad to her.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying I just can't believe my luck that I could do all the shit that should get you warts, and now all of a sudden I finally did the right thing.
Oh well, I mean, can you get them burnt off? Does it work like that?
I think so.
Well, yeah, he's not worried about the remedy. He's worried about what caused the issue.
Well, he's flying from one topic to the other. But yes, the fact is, I mean, she's fucked. I don't think you're fucked. I mean, you know what? If you do get divorced, you're gonna think you're fucked, but it'll. I mean,
well, you don't know that yet, so I wouldn't go defaming her in your mind and on the radio before you know that for sure. But how do you actually find out for sure? I feel like men and women, when they argue, the woman often wins because she sort of plots it out ahead of time and the guy goes in cold. Now, for once, you get to just be like, hey, did you cheat on me?
Yeah, he's got to go to the doctor, say, what is this, and how is that, and explain to the doctor the situation. The doctor will tell you, no, there's no way, or yeah, no, it could flare up, or whatever. I mean, that's the only way to settle it 100%. Then you go in.
Man, have you guys ever heard of fucking genital warts that have flared up over 10 years? Can we just fucking move on? Like, dude, she cheated on you. But I guess, yeah, like Tully said, be smart and have it all set up beforehand. But it doesn't look good. If I was to be, if she was on the phone, I'd say she was fucked. If it is indeed true, yeah, I mean, bitch is probably a nice. I mean, what else are you? If you cheat on your husband or wife and get fucking genital warts and give it to them, you're a bitch.
Right.
Yep, it is. But like Tully said, you don't know for sure yet, so make sure everything's for sure, and then make the calm adjustments as best you can. If you don't be calm, you're gonna, because of the kids. Think about the kids. You can't be crazy, man. You got to settle this as calm as possible. Best of luck.
Yeah, in any situation, you're gonna make bad, stupid mistakes if you do it on an emotional level. If you're drowning, remaining calm is the best thing you can do.
Well, he's still gonna.
Remaining calm.
You're gonna be emotional if you really. I mean, it's a very serious allegation. Sorry, but it's very serious.
Yeah.
You know, like of course you're gonna be emotional. I would just try to remember the children in it because I find that helps me.
I just went to the website from the Center for Disease Control, and it doesn't mention any way that you can get it other than vaginal, anal, or oral sex. It does say somebody can live with it for years without symptoms, but man, 10 years, that's a long time for no symptoms.
Pretty long time.
Chris. You've got you got some sort of wart info?
Is HPV the one that they say like every sexually active adult has?
Yeah, basically everybody's got HPV, but I didn't know it flared up into a wart.
Well, there you go, dude. If the other dude, thanks for calling in, man. If you check out, go see the doctor because she might not have.
Yeah, if it's a HPV, everybody's got that. Everybody.
Yeah,
you do.
I've never been diagnosed, but I assume.
Yeah.
John, welcome to Dude Am I Fucked. You see this segment sweeping the nation. Boom, Tenactin. There it is.
That's helpful.
Burn it off. Maybe when your wife's sleeping, you could burn her warts off her ass and vagina.
Get a hot needle.
Man, I don't know about you, but if I'm like, I got a wife, and if I'm like, I turn her over and I'm eating, and all of a sudden there's a wart on her ass and on her pussy, think I'm gonna bring that up? What happened? You guys have been married for 10 years. You can't go, babe, whoa, there's a wart on your ass. And she goes, there is, ew. And then you guys deal with it. You just fucking kept going like, goddamn cheating bitch.
I know.
Lick the wart. Like, what the hell? You gotta get out of there. Stand up for yourself. Charlie. There it is. I think Charlie summed that up. We can move on. Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah, I think in all
done.
likelihood, the woman cheated, but there is an outside chance that it's been dormant in her for a long time. That's the long and the short of it.
Only your doctor knows for sure.
John, he's a liar. That's Cool Beans, he'll tell you. Doctors are all liars. Oh, you've got warts. Just go home. You know what that is? That's warts. Bye.
Exactly.
Give me all your money.
Exactly.
Did that happen to you?
Yes, it did. That's what you told us on the show.
Headline from today.
Walked...
Kevin has warts.
No, he didn't. He didn't have warts. He has
Oh.
allergies. They were like, give us all your money.
Yeah.
We can't cure you. Leave now.
Right.
Yeah. Like, yes. Yeah. He said he's covered in warts and he needs to leave.
Right.
That's what happened. John, welcome to Dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, we all are.
Hey, we were having a nice conversation about warts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We just don't know
Thanks,
if
John.
it is that.
Let's get back. Can we get back to your problem, John?
Yeah, please.
Man.
If anybody else wants to join us for Speaking of Warts, it's 855 Ellis 41.
You're listening to Wart Talk. All right, so the question is, if you've had childhood trauma, does that make it extra difficult to stop drinking?
Well, then
that's trauma for you. Then
there you go. You figured it out. Is it extra hard to quit drinking because I was... No. No? No? Isn't that like an excuse of sorts? You know, like, which one... I don't feel... Which one's worse? What about if you're in a war and stuff? You know, it's a traumatic experience. I feel like if you're gonna drink to run away from that, then... You know, you're aware of why you're doing it and the problem. Now you need to make an adjustment.
Yeah,
or live with it.
Instead of running away from the problem, you need to just come to terms with it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe going to see some therapy because I feel like you already know what you're. Oh, okay. Well, give it time, man. You don't just go in and the dude turns a key and you're fine.
I don't think that you need to share.
Why would you fucking tell an ex-girlfriend anything?
Well, because he was with her at the time.
Okay, so now you're telling your girlfriends that you were molested and they're leaving you? Sure, I don't know if I believe.
Man, there's a lot going on there. No, that's fine. But I don't think that.
I mean, dude, if you're for real, if you told chicks something about your life and they didn't like it and they left you, then who cares about them?
But it also depends on what stage of the relationship.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. If it's the first date, you shouldn't share that.
He said girlfriends.
No, I know, but also you don't. Are you trying to help yourself or them by telling them that stuff? I mean, I don't think you need to share every detail about everything that's ever happened in your life with these people. I don't. I mean, it's up to you.
Okay, but in a general sense, if I'm in a relationship with somebody and I have a feeling, and maybe it's kind of a serious kind of thing. Right, and then I go. It doesn't matter. It could be any kind of issue, you know. That you say, look, just if you're gonna be with me, you need to know everything about me, and this is an important factor. This is an important. I know somebody who literally, I know of somebody who, the dad. Hold on one quick second. The dad killed the mom on Thanksgiving morning or something.
Okay.
And now the kid grew up, and like sooner or later in a relationship, you are going to tell the person you're in a relationship with, dude, this thing happened to me, and it's left this deep, deep scar that probably affects me in ways that I'm not even aware of. You're going to have that conversation with somebody if you're serious about them being your partner.
Yeah. Right. Bad dinner conversation. Right. Well, in that case, what Jason said at the beginning is the case. If someone leaves you because of that and you've been with them for a couple of years, then that is not a person that you wanted to be with anyway, honestly.
There's plenty more out there.
It still sucks when it happens.
Yeah.
There you go. Right, that's it.
Okay.
There's only so much I can take. Nick, welcome to Dude Am I Fucked. Wow, super angry, huh? Yeah. It's weird how guys always will keep it longer than girls. Well, not all guys, but a lot of guys will like really feel that burn and put it on themselves way harder than chicks do. Chicks will bounce back and get back in there. For you to have that, I mean, I don't even know if it's really the girls thing. I might even be deeper than that, dude. It might be your mum or something. You know? I mean, that's... Yeah, because a couple girlfriends break your heart, I get that, but you could be down on your luck, feel sad, but anger towards them, now there's something that I would maybe... I mean, I know it sucks because it's not like I can't give you the answer immediately, but sometimes some of those therapist guys, for things like this, you sound like a quick fix. You sound like a thing where he could be like, oh, it's because of this that you do it. And that doesn't mean that, like, all of a sudden you're cured. But for me, when I find out the reason that I react to certain things, it does make things easier.
And just remember that anger is only hurting you. It's not hurting them.
Yeah, that's scary. You got to go see somebody, too. Oh, wow. You got your dad did this to you. You got it all twisted, dude. It's not their fault. It's nothing between their leg that's doing anything. You're doing it to yourself. Maybe I'm right, dude. I'm telling you, you just have like your casual tone towards women, the way you talk, your words toward. It's not on purpose, I can tell, but you look down at them.
Just in a more general sense, if you, I know, but
yeah,
right, but I think you have to ask yourself why you keep on getting into relationships with people where things go so wrong. It's like fool me once kind of thing. Anybody can get in a relationship where the girl turns out to be the biggest cunt on earth, dude. But if you have 3 ex-girlfriends that are all the biggest cunt on earth, dude, I think you're at least 50% of the problem. And I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about anybody who goes around saying that.
Right.
I feel like you need to strip yourself down and start over. I really do. I feel like whatever you think is white is black, and I would just completely strip myself down and rebuild myself, and then look for women. I feel like right now you should sort of like you don't want to meet the right one right now because you're going to show a side of yourself that hopefully that person doesn't exist in a few years because you're pissed, man. You're very angry. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Your heart is angry. I mean, you're in a metal band. I remember that's about all you got going for you right now.
At least the E Street Band.
All right. Best of luck, dude. You're not fucked. There is hope.
Anger comes from hurt, but anger's only going to hurt himself. So.
Yeah.
I think Yoda said that about young Anakin Skywalker. I swear to God.
Sounds better when you're like free.
Backwards, yeah.
Jim, welcome to Your Fucked. Something. Hey. Yeah. 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 Yeah, but you didn't know, and you still don't know. So first thing you need to do is put your fucking seatbelt on, because that bleep thing is going to make me go insane. And the other thing is you need to drive immediately drive to there and fucking ask the dude, and then it's settled.
It's probably HPV.
Yeah.
Broadcasting from the moon.
I mean, it's probably something that starts with an H and ends with a V.
Yeah. That's all the doctor can tell you over the phone. And it's not HOV.
Yeah, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Alright, that's it. Man, he just will not put a seatbelt on or a rubber.
I think he was on the moon.
What?
Like, he was
Oh, okay. Maybe he was being paged. Do people have those anymore? Or is that a thing of the past?
I think a drug dealer would.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was just two phones now.
Yeah, I think Bill Murray's still using a pager or whatever it takes to be different.
Right.
How dare you?
What a great segment. We'll do that again sometime. Dude, am I fucked?
A lot of fucked people out there.
A lot of HPV.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they say like 9 out of 10 people have it, but it really hit home in that particular segment.
Yeah.
It's like I've just found out that's a terrific conversation starter in almost any scenario.
I mean, maybe that leads to a new segment. Who's got warts?
I just want to pretend that my wife gets warts on her ass every time I ever go to like a barber shop or something. So I'm hanging out eating some pussy. You guys like to eat pussy, right? Yeah, so there I am chowing down. And I see this bump. The bitch. Think of this bitch. I'm sorry, I can't. Stupid bitches, man. These broads.
These dames.
This dame. Yeah, man.
In the couple minutes that remain to us, Slayer will be heading out on tour this summer.
That's it.
Not so remarkable, but for the fact that it will be their last tour.
That's right. That's it.
Touring with the Lamb of God.
They
Among
love
others, Anthrax, Testament, Behemoth.
fucking Anthrax.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's reading just. It's not hard to read between the lines. Kerry King doesn't want to stop. Tom Araya does. Is what it seems like. He's got kids, and he can't. He had neck surgery and can't bang his head anymore. And
I would watch Kerry King by himself.
I'm sure he'll do a thing. Isn't he?
Could he-
Isn't everybody in 5 bands nowadays? I'm sure Kerry King's doing other stuff.
Well, isn't everybody kind of dying? Like, can't he be in AC/DC and
You take the
Guns N'
leftovers,
Roses?
You make a casserole with them.
Yeah, put them all in a pot, stir it up, and fucking gumbo.
Yeah, metal potluck.
Yeah, metal gumbo.
Just all tour together. Everybody.
Buckethead still be dying to fucking join a team.
Mm-hmm. Another person.
The guy that Slash replaced on Guns N' Roses.
Right.
He's ready to go.
Another artist who will be retiring from touring is Neil Diamond.
Yes.
Really?
Following a Parkinson's diagnosis.
Really? I
Yeah.
spent some time with him just a few months ago.
Mm-hmm. How is he doing?
Good.
His head wobbling?
No.
It's not that bad, Jen.
He's a very...
Michael J. Fox's head wobbled the other day on TV. It's fine.
He's got a new TV show.
That's gone a little too far.
He does have a new TV show.
No, I mean...
He does?
I think they announced. I don't know if it's on yet, but I think he's coming back to television. Was trending the other day. Tom Petty's death has been ruled an accidental overdose. That's awful.
That's terrible. Do we...
Of what?
Yeah, that's what...
He was taking
cough medicine.
Well, no, he was taking pain pills. I think they said he had really bad hip problems.
That's how I'm probably gonna go.
It's seems like fentanyl was up in the mix.
Oh dang.
Dude,
That's that thing, huh?
He was 66. The family statement said he had suffered several ailments before his death on October 2nd. Despite this painful injury, he insisted on his commitment to the fans and played 53 dates with a fractured hip.
Yes.
Which, as he did that, worsened to a more serious injury.
Yep.
He just played the Hollywood Bowl right before that.
Yeah, it is our feeling. I saw a video from that. Says the family that the pain was simply unbearable and was the cause for his use of over-medication. The drugs found in his system during the autopsy: fentanyl, oxycodone, acetylfentanyl, and despropanonyl fentanyl, along with temazepam and alprazolam.
Till the wheels come off. Hail Satan.
Right. There's a lot of stuff.
So you're gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk.
He was always a very mellow dude.
Sure, whatever.
And now.
Oh yeah, he was a mellow dude, but not after the gig, because you gotta keep the high, man. Bro, homie.
He was one of the greats. He's a
Big
really
man.
great songwriter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because he was roxing on the Roxys the whole time.
That's from the hip thing.
Shit.
Don't
all these guys have their hip injuries.
Beauty of Tom Petty's.
It's beautiful and it's high.
The last video that I saw, he just looked like Tom Petty out there, you know. Because sometimes you see the
They
last
do that.
video and you go, oh, I could. But sometimes you go, they're kind of on their last legs.
Right.
kind of
Him
thing. I
and
didn't-
Prince didn't
Right.
see it.
Right.
Undetectable. Just because they're golden gods. Speaking of golden gods,
Yes.
I have got to go, don't I?
Oh.
See what I did?
Yeah, that Neil Diamond time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I could have announced